Recap.
What do you want to know?
Recap.
What?
Movie.
I forgot. I don't know. What's the last thing I told you guys?
For
Someone
movies.
just called me.
Minion?
Uh-oh.
Who is
One
it?
second.
Movie.
No way, it's
Wait, are you
Spiro
taking-
Agnew. Don't know why that name.
What?
What?
because season 2 episode 5 they talk about that.
They
Luke,
do.
Luke, it's
They do.
literally
Do
because
they?
season 2 episode 5 you're subconscious.
Hey, like when I woke up and it was September 4th, and I was like, this day is
Why is
important.
something
I don't know why. Oh, I didn't tell you about my dreams. I'll do it in my recap.
What is my recap? What's the last movie I told you guys?
Let me look at your letterbox.
I haven't.
Oh. Well, I have no idea what the last movie was that you told us. Twilight?
I don't know.
I think it's
But,
Twilight.
Yeah, Maya and I watched Twilight. I
Yeah.
didn't say it on the podcast. I told you guys
In person?
in real life.
Oh, yes.
Maya
I
and
forgot we
watched
hung out
Twilight.
since last time.
I know. It's been forever. The vibes are absolutely fucking horrendous right now.
It's fine. That's why we're starting with you. That's why we're starting with you, so then it gets back up.
The energy was just not here today.
Yeah, no, it's gonna get better, I
Um,
promise.
Is it? Well, somebody else has to contribute then.
Well, yeah, see, I'm
you
trying to
have
get there.
only-
Luke's
you
not
have
even
only one
trying.
movie,
Matt's
Kelly.
sick, so
You have
Matt's the
only
only one
one
with an
movie.
excuse.
I'm so sorry.
Matt's sick,
Okay.
so whatever. Okay, Kelly. Twilight was the last thing you said. On
Maya
the
and
last
I
one.
watched Twilight.
Yeah.
Cinematic excellence. I can never remember anything that ever happens after the baseball scene. I no matter how many times I've seen that movie, which actually might just be 2.
Really?
No,
Was the
it's
first
3.
time?
It's 3.
Okay.
I remember literally everything, like every minuscule detail of that movie up until the baseball scene ends, and then the entire climax of the movie I can't fucking remember.
Is the baseball scene like halfway through, or is it like 3/4?
Yeah.
Because in my
It's
head
like
it's like 3/4.
3/4.
Okay.
Oh.
Because as soon as the baseball scene ends, we're shot into the ending.
Yeah, because like don't the like
ballet
villains
is cool.
show up, and then like from
Oh,
then on
yes.
it's like them just doing
Yeah,
stuff.
and then one of them was good, maybe.
I don't
Yeah.
remember anything like that.
Yeah.
I just remember a warehouse,
No,
baseball
because,
scene
like,
and warehouse.
The leader of the bad guys was then like
Oh.
helping the Colons,
Kelly,
but like they never explained that.
I totally forgot to tell you. As over the weekend, you told us that you watched Twilight. Forgot to tell you that when we're in Oregon, we're on the street that was Bella's like house.
no.
But the person
Wow.
has it gated off, so people don't
Oh my
obviously
God.
go up. But you know, like the big glass windows and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
We
yeah.
were right down the hill from it because there's a big old hill that goes down, and there's a trail that we were walking and hiking on. So it was like we never saw it, but we knew where it was because like I was looking on the map, and it was like right above. So if you see that like wide angle, and then like it's all like green and trees and stuff, it's actually a path, like a little hill, and then I was on that path.
That you were there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's really cool.
I can't believe I
That's
forgot to
crazy.
tell
That's-
you that after you
yeah.
told me twice, because that
Wow.
just happened. Yeah.
That's really cool. I love Twilight.
It's the best.
Have you seen the other ones?
Yeah.
All of them?
Hard
We
to get
did a
through.
marathon.
Oh, you
Love
did a
it.
marathon. with
Really
it?
hard. Yeah, me and Luke,
Yes.
we watched all of them.
What's the worst one? Is it
Eclipse
Breaking
like
Dawn
that.
Part 1?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Love all of them. They're
Mhm.
all perfect. However, we were also struggling through part 2.
We were showing
I
you
think
both
we had
Breaking
the
Dawns.
worst time during part 2 because it was at the
Yeah.
end.
Mm.
And we,
Yeah.
but also
Wait, did you guys do it in the same day?
people- No,
Oh, okay.
We did
but
the
it's
two
still a
Breaking
lot.
Dawn.
Every movie is half an hour too long.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Breaking Down Part 2
Breaking
is
Dawn
the
Part
highest
1
rate.
is the worst, but Breaking Dawn Part 2 over what's that word? Overrated.
Over-
Yeah.
Overrated. You know what's underrated? Eclipse.
Eclipse is
You know
good.
what?
Wait.
Eclipse is
Eclipse
good.
is good.
I'm pretty
You
sure
know who would
people
agree with you?
all agree with. I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard is everyone loves
Yeah.
Eclipse. I don't
no,
think
but
that's.
part 2, people always talk about the fight scene in part 2. Underwhelming. Not even because it was a drain. Love that it was none of it was real.
Oh,
the
where the
actual
guy's
fight-
head? The guy's head?
Underwhelming.
Praised it. Yeah.
Carlisle's head, though, Michael Sheen ripping off Carlisle's head. Now that was good.
Mm.
I can never tell if Carlisle is British. I can't tell if Carlisle is British or not.
Uh,
I'm just gonna say,
I'm gonna say no. What I gathered from the show is the show.
But-
Yikes.
But not no, like just his voice. For like sometimes it sounds British to me and sometimes it doesn't.
Hmm.
And nothing
like-
about like the actor if he is British or not. I genuinely think it's like a character. Like,
Okay,
it's a
so
part of
it-
the character.
it's
I
not.
can't tell if
It's
he's
not like
British.
Carrie Ellis where he just goes in and out of
Whoa, but that was good.
it.
That adds to Saw.
Exactly. Well, no,
That's
not just
Saw.
Saw. What else did we watch with him?
It
Oh,
was
Twister. Twister.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it in
Oh,
Twister too.
yes.
I was like, no, the same thing as Saw. That was before Saw
Uh,
too.
Do you think Carlisle just has a
do.
transatlantic accent because he's so
It's not
old?
though.
No.
It's not.
Where is he from?
I don't know.
Don't they explain it in the movie?
Well,
Or do they
No,
not do
they
that?
don't explain shit in the movie, Luke. They explain how Edward was turned because he had the Spanish flu, which means that he was alive at the same time as Pearl.
He was.
Yes.
Imagine that.
There's a chance they could have crossed paths.
They
you
should have
don't
had
know.
him
Uh-huh.
play
They
the
did.
projectionist.
Whoa.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, there's a thought.
Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen.
Yes.
He's a
Yes.
freak. Edward
Yeah.
Cullen is a freak. Love
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. he is the best.
Love that guy. Also, it's so funny. I completely forgot while watching the movie that there was a love triangle. Like that's the
Oh, yeah.
Twilight thing.
Yeah.
Is that it's
Oh,
a
we're
love
not-
triangle between a
And you
vampire
forgot.
and a werewolf. I completely forgot because they absolutely from get-go, from day one, she was gonna end up with Edward. So
Hmm.
just
100%.
towards the end of the movie, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that does happen.
That's what makes Eclipse so good.
Eclipse. is
So
really
I hear the least amount about Eclipse, but that's because it's considered the
it's
best one.
just
So
so good.
It's so
what
good.
makes it good? What's
I
it about?
love it. That's all
Yeah.
I remember.
Really
I
is-
remember them in the tent.
And Jacob says, I'm hotter than you, but he's referring to his body temperature to warm up Bella, but he's implying that he is physically more attractive than Edward. Well, Edward
pretty
sits
good.
there and cries.
And the three of them are in a tent together. Challengers.
Okay,
It's just a pretty all-around good movie.
I might need to watch
They're
Eclipse.
training in the woods.
You need to watch Eclipse. You need to watch all of them.
I've seen half. I've seen half of the first one, and by half I mean throughout the entire thing. So like, you know,
Yeah.
was not paying attention, and then New Moon. I watched the first half when Matt and Katie were up at my apartment,
Oh, yes.
and then stopped. Or I think Luke was there too.
Oh,
No. Okay, was it just?
I had COVID.
Oh, why were you guys up there?
I think because it was Rocky Horror. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You had COVID.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
before Rocky Horror, that's right.
Right, New Moon. Yeah, it was really
Um,
bad.
Oh, what?
It's really bad, but in the fun, good way.
Not
right?
really though. It's in a
Whoa!
boring way.
Mark,
Okay,
ugh,
you are.
No, I
God.
like Twilight. No, I'm saying Twilight was good bad. I'm talking about New
Yeah.
Moon.
Yes,
the
yes.
first half of New Moon
Yeah,
was
okay.
boring bad. I was
I
like,
can
what the
get behind
fuck
it.
is happening?
The first
Moon.
movie is by far the most fun to watch.
Yeah, that
Wait,
one was
yeah.
fun.
New Moon's the one where he says, "Where you been, Loca?" Right?
Yes,
so
it
he's
is.
got that going
Bella.
for it.
Someone at my
Yeah,
work
but
has
it's
that
more
as their
about the
background.
werewolves.
That's perfect.
Like a very blurry still of him running in that
That's
scene
good.
with that subtitle.
That's good. That's just good.
Anyway. Oh, confirmation. The actor that plays Carlisle, not British.
Hmm.
So
That seems wrong.
I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
Are they sure?
Maya loves Carlisle for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
a Carlisle girly and I'm a Charlie girly. But imagine Twilight, everything's the same, but it's Charlie and Carlisle. Also, their names are basically the same. But Carlisle's just the vampire version of Charlie.
Right.
Could you
Think about
imagine?
that.
Could you
Oh, the
imagine
names.
Charlie as a
The names.
vampire? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he's so tired.
He's so
throughout this
tired all the
movie.
time.
No, he is throughout the movie. He doesn't know what's going on.
Ever.
Anyway,
He's trying
um,
hard.
And then I watched Shaun of the Dead with you guys in theaters, which was cool. And then Living in Oblivion.
Nice. All right.
And wait, TV shows. Ugh.
That's what
I'm in season 3 of What We Do in the Shadows with Mom and Dad.
Nice.
So unhinged.
Yep.
So good. One of my favorite shows of all time. And Maya and I are halfway through season 1 of so
My
what?
goodness.
okay. Interview.
Oh.
Yeah, it's slow going, but I will consistently be currently watching. What was I gonna say? Oh, and then I read something.
Ooh, what'd you read?
What'd you read?
What do you think I read?
I don't know why you'd be reacting that way. It's probably something I don't know. So Luke
the
has to.
Devil
It's probably
Simeon?
something you don't know. No, aren't you proud of me?
Good, Jack. Good. That's good.
It was actually the yellow wallpaper.
Oh, okay. Oh, I want to
Not
read that. I
Devil's
want to read that. Yeah.
That short story
You would
goes
like
hard
it.
though.
Yes,
It's
yeah, I
very
want to read
good.
that.
It's
Yeah.
really, really good. I love it. Creeping around. Very sad. I wrote my
hey,
midterm on it.
Did you really?
Ooh.
I did.
You know what's so funny? Katie had to read that for one of her classes she took, and like we both read it, and I was like, "Wow, this is crazy. This is
It's
a good story."
really fucking good. Really,
Yeah.
like in 20 pages. Just, and really, like just.
It's just 20
Sorry,
pages.
I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a short story, and it really hammers home the point really well, but like.
It's really good.
Yes, so I read the yellow wallpaper. Aren't you proud of me?
I'm so
And I
proud.
wrote a
Yeah.
whole paper on it, which I may or may not have just now failed.
I'm sure it's
Failed?
fine.
I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
At
Not
least to
failed.
see.
Fine.
Not failed.
No,
Yeah.
definitely.
We'll
not
see.
fair.
I am. Oh, what was the last thing I wrote about? Ode on a
Country
Grecian
house.
urn. Anyway,
Oh,
What
but
is that?
I was one of 2 people. Nobody got
poem.
100 on it. Nobody got 10 out of 10 points, but I was one of 2 people that got 8 out of 10 points
Nice.
of the highest. So
Nobody got 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10?
no,
I don't like this
hi-
professor.
no. I love my professor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's
we're
the
on to-
coolest.
Okay.
He
okay.
writes his own essays for all of our essay assignments, and his
Right.
first assignment this semester was to write a movie evaluation, and he wrote his on Alien.
Oh, right. Yes, you told us that.
Oh, that's
That
He's
was-
right,
great.
yes.
I love him. He
Okay.
has a yeah, anyway. Okay. Music. I think the only thing I've been listening to never mind.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
I'm not gonna say. But I will say that what I forgot was that I haven't listened to the whole album, but I have been listening to Taste by Sabrina Carpenter a lot recently. I
Yeah,
really like that
it's a good song.
I've only heard 3 of her songs though, but I've been listening to that one nonstop.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a good one. I like that song. Well, and of course, I saw it because the music video, which was like
Yes.
crazy.
I love
That-
No, it's
and
Death Becomes Her.
Yeah, and then.
James did a kill count on the music video alone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I've also been seeing like Sabrina Carpenter and Chapel Roan are friends, and they're both talking about how they're blowing up right now, and it's just like everyone's insane around us right now and being super
Yeah.
annoying. So,
Yeah.
but that song is really good.
Yeah.
I saw a thing that Chapel Roan was like, I kind of hope I don't win a Grammy so people can shut up and leave me alone.
Yeah.
It's Luke, that's like Paul
Overall.
Mescal, where he said he
just-
wanted.
I
I hope it
Paul
doesn't make
Mescal.
him more
Like,
famous.
Paul Mescal. Two sides of the same coin, those two.
Yes.
I think that's the last update. I don't know. Someone else go.
I can go. Movies, I have not been logging anything. Because we watched Shaun of the Dead, Living in Oblivion. And then Psych 1 and Psych 2, Lassie Come Home. We watched. Very good, obviously. Excited for This Is Gus.
Yeah.
But it's also super sad because then we're caught up and we don't know when the
Correct.
4th one's coming out. So it's like,
Correct.
oh, I want to watch it so bad, but I don't because then it's sad, and then we gotta wait. We for TV. We watched like a few different shows that Trini might show me after we're
Oh,
done.
Let me guess. No,
Yes.
I can't guess. 'cause
No,
I know.
guess.
I know two. I know
Guess.
two.
Guess.
The Rookie,
God.
Yes.
Jane
Wait,
the
what was
Virgin.
It was supposed to be as well. The Rookie with Nathan Fillion.
Oh, right. Yes.
Isn't that a baseball movie?
It is a
Yes.
baseball movie
It
with Dennis
is.
Quaid.
You didn't watch Jane the Virgin?
That's Jack Quaid's
No.
dad.
Dennis.
And that's all he's known for.
So
And that's all he's. That's Meg Ryan's husband.
That's what it
yes,
is.
yes, 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 yes.
That's the where he throws the balls in front of the street sign, yeah?
Yeah, and then it's like
Yeah.
75, and then
breaks.
it like flashes, and it's like 95 or something crazy.
Yeah.
It was definitely not that, but I think
No
it was
way
like in the
that possibly
60s.
happened in real life. It's like based on a true
it's like
story. No way that happened.
It's like rookie of the year.
Where's your faith, Matt? What is that, Luke?
I lost it like 10 years ago.
Is that that looks like a razor?
It's
Oh my
on the
God.
It's for the
It does.
lumbar.
Oh, you broke the
Oh.
lumbar thing. Oh, so it was The Rookie because she's watched The Rookie. It's a cop show, like a procedural, but it's different because it's like not a crime each week. It's like multiple things happening because they're just street cops. But then some people become detectives, so then some storylines are like that. So I think it evolves, which I think is kind of interesting. I was not a huge fan because everyone was so macho in it and annoyed the shit out of me that like
Was
they were all
Nathan?
like training sergeant. No, he's good.
Because he's the rookie.
Yeah, he's good. But like the show just annoyed me because I was just like everyone's so. But it wasn't bad. It was just not my thing. We're supposed to watch Jane the Virgin. It's not on anything anymore, and it's expensive to rent, so we're not doing that yet. What else we do? Lucifer.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was the one that I saw, maybe perhaps.
It was pretty good, guys. The first episode
Oh my
was.
god, that's
I-
so you.
I gave it an 8
like
out of
that
10.
one.
That's a good. That's a good
Wow.
ass pilot. Oh my
People
goodness.
do like that one.
That was a good pilot. And then Not Dead Yet, which was a sitcom that she liked. It's not super my type of humor, but so we think we're probably gonna do Lucifer after.
Nice.
But I did also mention Teen Wolf because she loves Dylan O'Brien, which she's seen except for the back half of the last season. So we might watch that because we only have 20 episodes left of the originals, and we finished Psych, or we're one movie away from finishing it. So we're trying to like figure out the next thing to watch. So either Lucifer or Teen Wolf is most likely what's going to happen. So watch all that. We also been watching every now and then since we went to Ghost Files Live. We'll just put on like Shane and Ryan if we don't have anything to
Oh,
watch.
yeah.
So we watched Too Many
Good.
Spirits, and we watched a oh my god, the one in the basement, whatever.
The basement?
Yeah, the one in the basement.
Are you scared?
No. They
In the
the-
Are you
the
talking about a series or
Mystery
an
Files?
episode?
Mystery Files.
Oh my god, the
Oh.
one in
They're in the basement.
You're
They
right.
are in the
You're absolutely right.
Got Mystery Files?
Yes. Luke and I watched one episode of Eric Andre Show.
Wait. We the three of
Together,
us
together.
finished season
Yes.
2 together.
That yes, and then Luke and I watched one,
Yes,
didn't
one.
we, as well? Okay.
Yes.
Of 3.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's it. And then reading. So, the Institute is just a really weird thing to me because every time I pick it up and I'm reading it, I'm like, this is good, but I never pick it up. So I started reading something
Start a new
else just because I
Yeah.
was like, I need to get in the groove, and then I think I would like it because I really like what's getting set up, but like, I think there's just a lot of characters and stuff. So it's like a lot to kind of like wrap your head around, I think.
Sure.
So I think I'm gonna come back to it. I read like 12 pages of Wicked. So
Nice.
Matt, did I show you my book? It has green pages.
No way.
The color green.
Has sprayed edges, or are the
You like
pages
green?
actually green?
Oh,
Well,
that's cool.
the outsides are green. The insides aren't.
Oh,
I
that's
wish the
fun.
insides were green.
Mark, you know what's funny is that Katie and I also have a copy of Wicked.
Oh, really?
That she read the first chapter out loud to me.
Nice.
So that's kind of funny.
That's
Ours don't
wicked,
have green
bro.
pages. Yeah.
I also kind of though may read something else because now I'm like because I have the Halloween Tree by Ray Bradbury,
Mm.
Oh.
and
That's
it's
Say that title again.
pretty
That was
sh-
a good
the
title.
Halloween Tree, and it's pretty
Hmm.
short. Like it is. It's only 167 pages, and the font is like pretty big, but like
I like it.
Hmm.
I think it
Ooh.
seems pretty cool. And since we're getting a Halloween spirit, I was like, maybe I'll read this, and then Wicked comes
Yeah.
out at the end of November, so then that'd be a good time to then read Wicked. So then I
that's-
think I might do that because it's also this would be the easiest to like just finish quicker and be more in the reading mood.
Right.
Oh, and then Trinity and I started a video game together.
Let me
Which
guess.
one?
Shrek 2.
You wish it was Shrek 2.
Lego.
We already
anything.
started that together, Luke. It's called Sackboy.
Come again?
Look up this. Look him up. Look him up. He's my little boy. You gotta look at
What's
this guy.
gonna come up if I Google Sackboy?
No, you'll see. He's a cutie. Look at that guy.
Oh,
Like, it's just
this
having
guy
some
before.
fun. That guy's just having
Yeah.
fun.
Sackboy.
I've seen him before.
So, I didn't realize I had it for free, and it's a 2-player game.
Oh
So,
wow.
We started playing it. It's a lot of fun. It's because
Sackboy, he's
a
adorable.
new game came out called Astrobot for PS5, and people are like going nuts over it, and it's really just like a fun, like cute type of game, and people are saying it sounds like it might win Game of the Year, like might be up for discussion.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like basically just like the PlayStation mascot. So like when he was used as tech demo for like when the PS5
Yes.
came out, when the PS4 came out, like that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So like his spaceship is a PS5 controller, or it's a PS5, and like his, I don't know. It's like they use that, so it's like weird in that way because that's what it started as. But apparently the game's really good. It's not 2-player, but then I heard someone talk about this when they were talking about that game, saying this was a great 2-player, and Sackboy's awesome. So
Sounds like it.
we started doing that, and then I've just been playing a lot with Tony recently. Now that he's moved away, now it's consistently we're playing, but also his
Right.
works he's not working right now, so
Mm-hmm.
we're playing, and Luke's not playing with us, so
I was
consistently.
busy.
He's busy. I think that's it though. Just a lot of just miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah.
Matt, what are you doing, sick boy?
Okay. First, just things that happened in life that happened. I stubbed my toe so hard I thought I broke my toe, and it turned like there's a big bruise that was like purple on it, but I don't think I actually broke it because
Wait, which toe?
You just want attention.
I
Oh my
want
God.
so much attention.
Your
Your-
poor toe.
Your right big toe, perhaps?
So it was my right pinky toe.
Wait,
Mm.
Luke,
which
what
is-
the fuck was that? Did you have a dream about that toe?
No, it's part of the book.
What,
oh,
House
really?
Of Leaves?
What? No, not that book.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that book.
But it's fine now. So I think I was being dramatic.
Dang, but stabbing your pinky toe that bad that it
I
turned
went to the.
purple?
I fell asleep on the couch, and when I got up, I was still like half asleep. And when I was walking by the little cat like ramp to go onto our bed, I just
I
kicked it. I was like, oh.
Ow.
Anyway, we have a little squirrel that comes
What?
up onto our
Oh.
balcony.
I
Have
thought
not
you,
told about-
yeah, I thought it was a pet you pet.
So we thought that you got a squirrel.
Well, we're
Is that
kind
even
of
legal?
No, it's not. We looked it up. We wouldn't. They're not supposed to be kept indoors. They're outdoor.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they
yeah.
need more space to roam. But we
Well-
have a squirrel that comes up onto our balcony and steals the birdseed. And
So
we
it's a
don't.
thief.
It's a thief and a
Yes,
liar.
it's
It's
feeding.
a criminal.
It has a whole family. We've seen 3 squirrels.
Oh,
Yeah, and
it's
they're all
feeding its
liars and
family.
thieves.
We've named her
Whoa,
Loretta.
Luke,
Loretta,
that's so
nice.
fucked up.
That's a good name.
That-
Wait, what?
Katie came up with it. I was like, "Where did that come from?" She's like, "I don't know. I like the name of Loretta." I was like, "Sick."
Loretta.
But
That's
we
like
got.
from something.
It's like Loretta Lynn is like the only one I could think of that singer.
Loretta.
The coal miner's daughter. You ever heard of it?
Whoa.
Yeah. But we bought what's supposed to be
A
like
zoo?
a little... Have you
Yes,
seen
yes.
that movie?
No.
I watched that movie and that was the most like this is a movie. Like it's not terrible, but it's also like I don't remember a lot.
Luke and
from
I
it.
saw it
I
in
bought a
Uptown with Grandma.
Did you really?
Oh.
They bought at a zoo. That's all.
I have a feeling that movie was a lot more made Matt Damon's character seem a lot more sympathetic and care about the animals when the guy probably didn't.
Oh,
'cause
is
he
it based
bought-
on a true story?
Yes, it's based off of a true story.
Wait,
And the
who
guy-
gives a shit?
Not when
But
it's
They just make
It's-
movies about anything.
It doesn't even matter anymore. Anyway, we bought
Alright.
with the squirrel. We bought an owl like hutch thing for it to go into because we're afraid that the complex might like try to like get rid of the squirrels, and we want to give her a place to be.
the hutch.
Yes.
Matt, I'm gonna cut you
yeah.
off real quick because I think you would find this funny. I forgot something in my recap. We watched 20 minutes of Grown Ups.
Oh
yeah.
I think I know that movie by memory, and I don't
Are
want
you
to. I'd love to
serious?
flush it.
It's we turned it off out of silence and just and it was
Wait,
like
Matt, why did you watch it so much?
we watched a
we,
lot of stuff.
you
we had it on
quote it.
DVD growing
we
up,
watched it a
and we
lot.
watched
New
it
Year's Eve.
constantly.
New Year's Eve was Born and Grown Ups.
Yeah.
Really?
It-
Wait, Born? Like
A lot
Matt
of Born.
Damon
It was
Yeah.
Born movies. It was Born
Interesting.
Um, but yeah, Grown Ups is one of those ones where I thought it was hilarious when I was what
You
how
would.
old what year did that movie come out? Mark?
2010.
Like 20. I would in 14. Thought that movie was hilarious. Does that surprise you?
That's
I was-
around
I
the same.
was 8.
Yep.
That's
It was
amazing.
5.
But
But-
yeah, Mark, that
We could have kept
Ugh.
watching it. Like it wasn't like a we have to turn this off. It was just like a we could do something
What
else.
prompted you to watch it?
Trini
got-
was like,
yeah.
Trini was like, "You want to watch Grown Ups?" And I was like, "Okay." Or like I think, and then we put on a spin wheel of like 3 different things, and it landed on that. And we're like, "Well, let's see how this is," because
You
we,
watched
we had both
I'll
seen it
give it,
in
like,
the past.
20
It was
minutes.
like, "Well,
Yeah.
we might as well try it." Like, who knows?
Who would your favorite character be?
None of them. I don't
Are
like
there
any
4 of
character.
them?
I don't like
Or
any
four
character.
of them?
Shit, Lou! Oh no!
Really, I think you inherently get David Spade whenever he shows up.
Whenever anything, it's
Except in
inherent.
Tommy Boy, you're Chris in that. Now you have both in Tommy Boy, so I'll circle back.
Wow.
Isn't there
Like,
5 of
honestly.
them?
What everybody
There are
wants.
5.
There's 5
Yeah.
of them.
Who's the 5th?
Who are you
We-
Well,
missing?
who are the 4?
Yeah, tell me
Yeah.
the 4.
Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Kevin James.
Yes.
Chris Rock.
Yep.
Oh, there are 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, who are
Matt, you get Rob
David
Schneider.
Spade and Rob Schneider.
Oh, we
And Matt always gets Rob Schneider no matter what movie it is.
You know what's
That's so
funny?
mean.
That's incredibly mean, and I will take it to heart. But it is funny because the character he's playing in Grown Ups is almost meant to make fun of a type of person that I actually feel like I'd like. Like, I don't mind being that
Yeah.
guy.
Hmm.
I cannot.
guy who,
remember
like-
what is going on.
He's like kind of hippie, kind of like,
I see.
oh, you got hurt. I can make a poultice for that kind of thing. Where
Excuse
I'm
me?
like,
That's not a word.
Poultice.
Explain to
Call
me
him
what
out.
that word is. Is that like
You-
a tourniquet?
yeah, do you ever want to feel smart, so you just make up a word?
Yeah.
It's like a paste. It's like a medicinal paste.
Okay,
either
then
way.
say pace.
Poultice is a good
Say
word.
medicine
It is a good
goo.
word.
Yeah.
This is why you're David Spade. Grown up.
You know
Because
what's-
I mean.
You know what's really weird with that movie? It's like, it's obviously them just like ad-libbing everything, but they don't know how to
Yeah.
cut away from it, so they just cut to them laughing at their own jokes and like
Yeah.
their friends' jokes. But we're not laughing, so like you know when like in Sunny it's really good and it's back and forth, but like you're missing
Yeah.
stuff because they just keep going. It's like no, it's like the characters are laughing at it because they don't know how to cut away from the ad-libbing, and so it's just really awkward. It makes it way worse than if they just said something and then moved away. But it's like, no, sit here and
It-
laugh at how funny this is.
Does it feel like when you watch like old sitcoms that have a laugh track and they like pause waiting for laughter and you're just
But
like,
that's better.
oh, this
That's
is painful.
But that's
Yeah.
better. I accept that more than I accept. Like
That comes with the format.
it's
yeah.
just so it was a weird 20 minutes. Did not enjoy it.
Did you guys this might be out of context, but what I saw was Lisa Kudrow talking about how people would laugh too
I
long.
can see that.
Like the audience would laugh too long on Friends, and she was like, "It wasn't even that funny," which is so funny. It's amazing.
So funny to hear one of the actors say it because I feel like we've all thought it, right? When the audience is just like practically stabbing each other, they're
Losing their
laughing so
minds.
hard, and you're like,
She
what
was
even
like, it was
happened?
so annoying. It
Yeah,
wasn't
a
even
lot-
that funny.
Yeah.
A lot of the times you could see them start to say something and then pretend
then
like
have
they're
to-
looking
Really?
somewhere else because they didn't expect the laughter to persist that long.
Yeah, they look out, they're like, the fuck? Like, that wasn't even the punchline.
Yeah. All right, Matt. I'm sorry for
Um,
cutting you off. I
No,
thought
that's totally
you would
fine.
appreciate that.
We had an extensive conversation about grown-ups.
Yeah.
Believe me, I could talk for longer
No.
about it.
Please don't.
Save me from
Grown
myself.
Ups 2.
That was
Last
Water
life
slide?
Yep. Water slide. Absolutely. Yep.
Yes.
That's I just
Um,
know that because the poster.
Yep.
I've been consistently doing writing, but I think I have to take a
Drama.
break for a while.
Mm.
I got to a part in my story that's like very sad and like kind of like hard
Mhm.
to write, and so I'm like, I need a break, but I have 90 pages.
Damn,
Ooh.
girl.
I was actually gonna
And-
ask about that last podcast. I forgot because I know
I-
Luke kind of is. I have not been,
Yeah.
and I
I-
think Kelly has the time too.
Ooh,
I
baby.
I consistently, my brain gets into this cycle where it's fun,
Yep.
then it feels like work,
A
and I've
chore.
hit that point, so I know that I have to take a break for
Yeah.
however long.
Mm.
But it was going pretty well up until that point.
Well, good.
90 pages is a lot.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
I think it's feeling a little overwhelming because I'm at 90 pages, but I don't feel like I've even like
Yeah,
I've
cracked
definitely-
the surface.
That's
not
the
sure
good.
the
that's-
Magnum opus.
I'm at like my like third. Like I feel like I'm like a third of the way or a quarter of the
Oh.
way, and it
Mm.
feels way too big. So I need time away so I can get a better mindset about it.
Mm. That's
That's
really good
writing the
though. What
Bible.
size? What size font? And what
It's
font?
called
What and
Matthew.
what font type?
Wait,
It's called Infinite Jest 2.
Wait, what?
It's
What
called
are we
Infinite Jest 2.
Oh, Infinite Chess 2.
I'm kidding.
what?
I'll have
Um,
to read that. I'll have to read that.
Wait,
and see
wait,
how it
wait.
is.
What is that?
It's one of the
It-
great American modern novel. American? I don't know.
It's
Great.
actually really
novel.
sad. Infinite Jest is like a book from the 90s that was considered a
Author.
phenomenal novel.
Yes.
But the author,
Yes.
it's a really tragic story because it's one of those things where he was like, he spent 7 years writing it.
Yep.
And thought it got to the end and realized like I thought I would feel fulfilled once this was like a
Mm.
big hit, and it wasn't. And he took his own life. Like it's really
Over
sad.
that.
Yeah.
Wait,
well,
but
it's
where
just that
did this come up? Why did you start talking about
Oh,
infinite?
He said he
Jest?
was writing Infinite Chess 2.
yeah, you said you're writing the Bible, and I said it's called Infinite Jest 2
Oh.
because it's a really big, like, dense, too smart for me
I-
novel.
Like,
I
I
everybody
did not
would
know that. I
copy
was
it.
not educated enough to know
So
that.
sorry. I don't
I
know
went
a
for the
single thing.
Bible, the uneducated person.
I'll be real with you. Be real with you.
Ha!
I've been
Feisty.
reading the Sid. What's it called? The one that Oppenheimer was quoting all the time.
Oppie?
Luke.
Poppy?
What they call him?
The one that has the quote that's like, "I am become death."
Yeah,
destroyer
that
of
one?
worlds,"
Luke.
Whatever.
I don't know
Luke.
that
Luke.
one.
What's it called?
Is written in Sanskrit.
Luke. What's it called?
Yeah. Scansford.
I don't know.
Tell me what it's called,
Uh,
Luke. You were talking to me
Luke,
about
what
how
is it
much you know about
called?
Oppenheimer.
It was called-
3 in the morning, talking about how all these fun
It was
facts about
not 3 in
Oppenheimer.
the morning, Mark.
It was like
Oh my
2 in the
God.
morning. You piece of shit.
Where he poisoned the apple?
That was a good scene. Good scene.
Yeah, I tried talking about it, but Mark fell asleep.
I
so-
didn't. I was yelling at you. I was yelling over you.
Matt,
it's
continue. You read it? You
the-
read the Sanskrit?
No. It's in a text called the Bhagavad Gita.
Ooh.
Anywho,
Ooh. Wait,
I
were you
was just
actually
making a
reading that?
joke.
Okay.
No. These books are too smart for me. Like it scares me to even think about trying to read them. I can't even read the books I currently have.
Do
Uh,
you guys ever read an old book and you're like, this is bad?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just because it's old doesn't mean it's good or
Yeah.
interesting.
Sometimes I have that moment where I'm like, is it me? Am I just not getting
No.
it or
No,
what?
it's just
You
bad.
Things
know?
are bad.
It really shows too that like even if something's considered a classic, it's just like
Doesn't-
sometimes you just don't connect. When I read the only Ernest Hemingway book I've ever read was
The sun also
That guy was
rises.
crazy.
Yes, it was the Sun Also Rises, Luke, not kidding. Did you just know that or did you guess it?
Did you
I
buy it
guess.
from?
Did he
Um,
write A Farewell
I
to
think-
Arms from
Yes.
Evil Dead 2?
He did. I'm gonna tell you right now, I comprehended, I think, very little of what was going on to the point where, like, the main point of the story is that the main character like was emasculated in World War One. Like, he doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
genitals or something. I got through the whole book and never realized that. Where I was like, I don't know
It's a
what.
good book.
Mm.
But I don't know.
That's good.
Again, it might be me because everyone who reads that says they swear by it. But I was like,
I
am
think
I just too
people-
dumb?
I think people are lying. No, I straight up think people are lying about that
I
shit.
don't
I think
know.
they want to sound
It's-
cool. I think what's really you ask whenever Anyway,
It's with movies too. It's like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
You know what? I'm getting better about finding things I like and things that I think are objectively bad.
yeah.
I'm trying to do my best to find things I like in everything, you know?
And there's also things where like I'm sure this changed lives when it came out, but now
Exactly.
kind of dog poo-poo.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
interesting.
Right? It's like I
Exactly.
wish there was a way, like a type of rating to be like, I understand that this was very significant and
Culturally
influential when it came out,
significant.
but watching this in the year of our Lord 2024, it feels wrong. I
Ooh,
don't know.
Luke, guess what movie I'm thinking about when that came up? Luke.
2001.
said
No,
Space
I already said it.
Odyssey.
No, there's a different one. I said that. Of
2010
course.
year we made
No.
contact.
We get one more guess
Wait, wait. Why are you thinking about this?
because of what Matt was just saying about movies feeling that way.
Oh, Godfather.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got it.
The
You-
Godfather?
Yeah.
Godfather.
Luke,
know what?
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
It's so
I'm not.
funny. I can watch that movie and absolutely love it, like unironically. But then, like when I watch Barbie, that scene kills me because it's like I know that I could be that annoying guy so easily, and it's like I like make an effort not to.
Father.
be
I
like-
Godfather.
Have
Those
you guys
movies were
all
just
seen The
boring.
Godfather?
The Godfather. Yeah.
Godfather.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Should it be on our
Just-
list?
no.
No.
Should I choose it?
Isn't The Godfather 2 the scariest movie ever made?
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
a good one.
Hey,
That or Shiva Baby. Same
No,
movie.
scary.
I
Shiver
would
Baby
say
scary.
they're the same
And better.
movie.
They're the
Shiva
same
Baby.
movie.
Yeah.
Kelly,
Better.
when is the Pope officially making you a saint?
Huh? Happened already, baby.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
it's like that Ray Fiennes
Where have you
Fiennes
been?
movie. Luke, that Ray Fiennes movie looks scary, and I don't know why.
Which
I'm
movie?
kind of interested.
It
It's
was
like a
called
Ray Fiennes
the,
like Pope movie or something.
Of course. Why are you?
Is it the
I'm interested
miniseries?
in it. I'm interested in it.
Mark,
It's a
no,
no.
I understand why Luke is interested in it. Mark, you just
Nope.
pick and choose.
Listen, the fact I think I'm gonna say it, one of the best trailers I've ever seen because it somehow made me interested
God.
enough to. Even I have no
Yeah.
idea what happened in the trailer. I have no idea what happened, but somehow the music and the tension, I was like, this kind of looks really good. I have no
It's
idea what the
got
plot
a
is. I have zero
80
idea what the plot is. There's like secrets in the church. That's it.
Yeah, and the Pope passed away, so they're trying to.
Did someone
annoy
kill him? I guess. I don't know. The whole thing is confusing, but it's Ray
Probably not.
Fiennes, and it was a good ass trailer. That was a real good trailer.
Most
It's
popes,
got an 80 Metascore.
most
I'll go
popes
see
are like
it.
180 years old. If they die, everyone's probably just like, "Yep."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I have a
But
question.
Luke, I will
It
go
looks
with
pretty
you.
Good.
How does
And
a
it's based
Pope
off a
happen?
book. It's based off a book.
Oh,
Huh?
I'm not interested anymore.
You know what, Kelly? I watched. I-
Young Pope.
Yes. Do you want to know? I watched The Young
Good
Pope
luck.
with Aunt Tracy, and I don't remember a single thing from it.
Mm.
Not one.
How does Pope happen?
That's see. If I would have
And
paid
how
attention,
do
look it up.
I get
I would know.
involved? You guys remember the Pope car from Cars?
Of course.
I do remember
Ooh,
the
That was being
Pope-mobile,
carried by
yes.
other cars.
I don't know if that's the plot of the movie. That's what I got
That's
from
the
the
plot
trailer.
of Cars.
You know what's
Yes.
crazy? I never like considered why the Pope Mobile is a thing, and then I learned about how
He got shot.
John Paul II got like shot at. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I had no idea. I was like, wow, that's a big piece of history that just kind of went over my
I
head.
didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Do
I
you guys
knew-
agree? Do you guys agree that Cars 2 is better than Cars 1 and 3?
I gotta
You're
admit that you're a
fucking-
right man.
You gotta agree with me on this one, right, Luke?
Gotta
Cars
agree.
2.
Never
You're
seen
predicting it.
Cars 3.
You don't have
I've
to.
never seen Cars
But
3.
your
I've seen 20
hatred
minutes.
for Cars is irrational and stupid.
Okay.
Hey, Cars
This
good.
this
Cars 2?
actually this stemmed from a conversation I had, not about how bad Cars was, about how good Cars 2 is, and I was the one
Oh,
arguing for
Exactly.
it.
Oh, I
exactly.
So-
But you hated Cars 2.
No, I love Cars
I'm
2.
calling- No, I'm calling bullshit. At one point, you were talking about.
I'm
Cars
sure
and
I felt
Cars
that way
2
at
even
one
worse.
point. I'm sure I felt that way at one point. But Cars 2, good movie. I prefer the spy silliness now than this whatever like 2 hour long go sit in the
but that's
desert
about,
bullshit.
okay, but that's about the freeway getting built.
That part's
Like
good.
Psycho.
That one part is
Overpassing
good. That
the
one
young
part is good.
Children. That's
The
the
whole
what the whole
movie is
movie's
No,
about.
the one. Nope. No, it's not.
You piece of shit.
Boring movie. Boring.
Mater was blue.
Boring. But Mater was a spy. Mater was a spy in this
That's
account.
why Cars 2's better.
Yeah. He ate the
Was Bobby
pistachio
ice
ice
cream?
cream. Yeah,
I
yes.
was-
That's the only scene you remember.
No, they go
That is
racing.
the
It's
only-
the F1. It's F1
I
racing.
remember, yeah. And Lightning was all like, "Oh, Mater."
Yeah, you are the bomb. You know.
Oh wait, actually,
Yes. See.
that was pretty.
There's a
good.
clock tower. There's a clock tower at the end. I
Yes,
remember
yes.
this movie. This is a good movie. We watched Cars 2 more than we watched Cars 1.
That's a lie.
That's
Maybe
not
for
a
you,
lie.
That's your truth.
No, that is not a
Maybe
lie.
that's
We
your
watched
truth.
Cars 2 more than we watched Cars 1.
It was at least
Don't
equal
stop
amount.
trying to. Don't say we.
It's Cars
No,
1
not
was-
you. Not you. Sorry, when I say we, I think it's me and
We're
Luke.
talking about you guys.
Me and Luke. I don't
Whenever
think
you
Matt
say
was watching
we
Cars 2.
in our childhood, it's never me.
No.
Hey, has Matt finished his recap?
No.
Or have we interrupted?
I haven't even started really.
We started talking about Conquest.
And Kelly said the
right?
energy was bad. Look at it now.
Okay. So what we watched, Katie and I watched the VMAs, but a day after it happened, so we already knew kind of some of the winners.
Nice.
It's helping us keep
Oh.
appraised of modern music.
VMAs.
the
Video
VMAs.
Music Awards.
Correct.
What's the
And
V
so
for?
like video
That's
video
good.
music awards.
Video music.
Uh,
Wait, so
the
is
MTV. Yeah.
it video? Is it like music video?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
nowadays all these songs have music videos anyway, so it's
So
like
it's just best
sometimes
song?
it's just best song. yeah.
Okay.
Because best new artist was Chappell Roan, and she
Nice.
gave a phenomenal performance.
Oh
She was
yes, I
really
saw.
cool.
I saw
You
that.
see
That
that?
was good. Yes.
I totally get it.
You get it now.
Like I get it. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And I
you speak.
download. Katie and I both downloaded Good Luck Babe afterwards.
Good. Finally.
Sabrina Carpenter was really good too.
How about how minuscule the reveal of her outfit was when she just took away the neck piece?
Yeah,
it was
they are.
It wasn't even a reveal. It was so funny.
That was one of those things too where it's like I was so impressed with just like her stage presence cuz like Espresso for me is a song I could take or leave. It's but like the
Yeah.
actual performance she did was really good. I
Why was she
also
kissing an alien.
the question is why
And to-
aren't
and to
we
quote
all
Britney
kissing
Spears,
aliens?
And to quote Britney Spears, why wasn't she kissing a girl?
You know what?
That's the real question.
Good point.
One of the aliens out
Why
there
was it
was
an
a
alien?
girl. So
Yeah, let's
it sure
not gender
seemed
these
like
aliens.
it.
Luke, do you know
Alright, calm
anything
down.
of what's going on? You know
You're
Espresso.
right.
Luke knows Espresso because Tony and I
Gotta
sing it to
get
him.
me
That
some of
was
that
the one- yeah.
espresso.
Halsey performed a song from her new album, and I really, really liked it.
Nice.
It's like supposed to have like a garage band, like 2000s kind of style, and I really liked it. And the bassist she played with is in a band that Katie and I really like.
What band?
Called it's called Monaskin, but it's
Oh, yeah.
spelled. Yeah, you know them.
They're sick. Yeah.
Yeah, we really like them. My favorite song by them is in Italian, so I can't understand a single word except "Scusa Mama." I know that means-
Ah, the Pope.
Ah, yes.
What? What? How do you spell?
So it's a Dutch name. So it's spelled Maneskin, and the A has a little circle over it. But it's
Got it.
pronounced Monaskin, I believe.
Monaskin.
Very cool. They had a song in the Elvis movie. Anyway, Halsey song, good. Listen to the lyrics, so sad. It's
I've
one
heard
of
it.
those like, it's called Ego, and it sounds like a lot of the pop punk songs from that era, and I like it.
Nice.
Okay, sorry, moving on. Watched Living in Oblivion. Save the comment. Then Katie and I watched Sinister 2.
Yes.
Katie
I've never
likes, I had never seen.
And how'd you feel?
I think that there were a lot of like structural things that it could have done a lot better, but like I said, I tried to find out the good in something. Eddie Ransom, is that his name? No, not
You just
James
called him-
Ransom. Yeah, it's Eddie
I know
from
you
it.
did.
And Shannon Sosamon, which I saw in Wayward Pines, very good. Not their fault. I think the structure of the movie. You know how scary the original movie is. It
That's a
kind
pretty
of
scary movie.
gets rid of all the scariness because you're seeing a lot of it from the kid's perspective.
Mm.
So it's like a lot of
Was
like
scary.
Well, the scary thing is on the video.
the scary things on the video, and you
Yeah.
don't know what's really happening. So when you're when you already know what's like what the deal is, it's less scary. Then we watched 2/3 of Scooby Doo and the Monster of Mexico.
Oh, how was it?
Good. The only reason we stopped is because I fell asleep. It was
Nice.
late. It was very late.
Well, so
Um,
was that before Zombie Island?
It was,
Oh.
yes. But then we had rented it, and our rental went up, and we never finished it, so it's fine. But good. Like, I didn't realize how many times I'd watched that as a kid, because everything that happened, I was like, oh yeah.
Hmm.
And then we watched Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island at Katie's parents' house with her parents.
Nice.
And because that was on Max. They put a couple of them on Max
Yes.
now.
Nice.
That movie, I don't care how many times I
Best
watch
movie
it.
ever made.
It's so good. Like specifically for like this genre of kids show where you already know the formula kind of, or it's like, oh, unmasked.
It went
It's like
crazy.
turning it on its head and be like, no, this is for real. Got a little dicey when there's a Confederate soldier zombie and Daphne goes, they're the good guys, and I was like, okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait a second. Wait a second. What's going
They're
on?
not trying to kill you, but I don't know if they're the good guys.
oh,
Oh, interesting.
whatever.
That's quite interesting.
It's one of those things where it's like, I'm just gonna take it as it is.
Just move on.
because It's set in Louisiana. It's like, yeah, of course the dead soldiers here would be Confederate soldiers.
Mm.
And I think that's
But-
it for. But yeah.
Didn't have to be a soldier.
They could just not
You know
put
what?
it in
anyway,
there.
that's funny. How about the
Sometimes-
scene where they're throwing around the head?
That's a good scene. I kind of like to view this movie as like just a time capsule and be like, there's no changing this movie. I'm just gonna enjoy
Yeah,
it for what
yes,
it is,
exactly.
you know. For shows, I overdosed on Veep. I watched it like too much at one time, and I needed a break. I'm in season 6. Like,
Out
so
of?
Oh my
far.
God.
yeah.
Out of 7?
It gets, you guys, it gets so good. Seasons 3 through 5 specifically, so funny. Like, really good. Like, the first 2 are good, but I wasn't, like, raving about it.
3 through 5.
3 through 5 are crazy. And there's guest stars that I feel like you guys would be very excited about.
How many seasons?
7.
I guess 7.
You did. But really good.
Jesus number.
I get
I need to
Yes.
stop. I need to stop.
I get the hype behind Veep now is I guess what I'm trying to say. And
Mm-hmm.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus deserves
Yes.
all those Emmys.
Yes.
Her comedic timing is like unparalleled. It's insane. And then what else have I been watching? Hold please. Memory is going to the
Don't worry,
dogs.
Matt. I have something. I have something that I forgot as well.
Yeah, tell
I
me.
watched everything except for the last 10 minutes of the first episode of Interview with the Vampire.
Look at you. That's a long episode.
How do you
I fell asleep because I started it at like 1:30 in the morning. I watched it at like 1:30 in the morning.
watch the last 10 minutes?
I was sleeping. I fell
I
asleep. I
know.
fell asleep while I was eating popcorn, and it was like in my mouth, and I fell asleep.
That's very funny.
I woke up. I woke up like 10 minutes later, and it was just like sopping wet, like in my cheek, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
You could have choked so easily.
I could have died. But I was watching it. I
Um,
was like, "I'm gonna stay up. I'm gonna just eat this popcorn." Passed out with it in my mouth. So-
But now
the
you
la-
won't be completely lost
yes. No. I'm.
when we
I'm.
talk about it.
Yes.
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 The last 10 minutes of that episode are absolutely
insane.
that shit wild, Mark.
I didn't know. I was falling asleep. Just didn't get back to it yet.
Oh, Katie and I have been watching Survivor.
yes.
So Survivor's so fun. We're watching the last season. The new one's about to air, and I told Katie I wanted to watch it because one of the podcasters I listen to is on it, and I think he's very funny, and I want to see, like, he worked in politics, so you would think that he'd be good on Survivor, and I want to see if he crashes and burns or if he does actually well.
Have you seen Mike White on Survivor?
Yes, we watched that season. He was way better at it than you would have expected.
It's so funny.
He Mike White was like my role model because he didn't really do he didn't make like a bunch of big moves and made it so far.
The scene of when they're like, it's just like people are being frantic and he's just walking around with like a wine glass and he's
Yeah.
like kicking shit.
They're at like the final talk and sit and he's just kind of like
Yeah.
chilling. Everyone's all stressed. He's like, whatever, man. It's so funny when he's like introducing himself to his team. People are like, I feel like I recognize you. And he's like, I wrote Nacho Libre. It's like, yeah, but like,
Ah! He
you're like,
chose
but
the
you're
right
the guy from School of Rock, right? It's like, yeah, you know.
Joey
Matt,
Ray.
what is Survivor on?
It's on Paramount Plus.
Does it come out
Um,
like weekly with the new season? Do you know?
Yes, yes. The
Interesting.
first episode premieres tomorrow, I think, actually.
Interesting.
But we've been watching the season before that, and it's a whole lot of fun.
I haven't watched that
forgot,
since I was a kid, but I
right.
like.
We watched it as a kid, so it's
We
like
wa-
nostalgic.
I watched so much Total Drama Island. Though.
Yeah, you get.
Oh
so
my
Kelly gets
gosh.
it. Yeah.
So much.
It really is Total Drama Island. This one guy got on there, and he was almost like too pure-hearted, and like I don't think understood
Owen?
strategy. What?
Owen? He was Owen, perhaps? From Total Drama
Owen
Island?
coded?
Essentially, where you're like, he was just kind of naive, and then realized like people had to be like, buddy, you can't be so honest with
This
people.
isn't
You
for
can't
you."
tell everybody what's going on all the time. He was
Aw.
literally. It was really sad because he was like literally on his knees begging people to be like, help me, and you're like, dude. And they're trying to be so nice. So that was sad, but yeah, a lot of fun. And finally, my last thing, I've been reading Hell House some more today by Richard Matheson. Real good so far. I'm like 45% of the way done, it says. Sky?
Say hi. Say hi. Yeah, no. She only yells when I come into the room.
Oh.
Matt, you told me
yes.
that you have also been listening to De Matrona.
Oh, they're really good.
Luke, you need to get on that.
I did. I listened.
Okay.
My
Is it
favorite
pronounced
one
Adea? Because I
is,
couldn't tell.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was actually about to say that I like them a
Oh,
lot,
okay.
and my favorite one is.
Oh yeah, so we have to assign, because I guessed what Matt's
You
favorite
guessed
would
mine.
be.
Yeah.
My favorite is Glory, Glory.
I knew you would like that.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was up your alley. Matt, Luke, what do you think Matt's favorite
Yeah,
song
I already
is from
told
the album?
Kelly.
Red Button.
I like Red Button, but it's not my favorite.
I don't know.
Wilderness.
Oh, it's
That's
oh
a very Matt coded. And
Oh,
my
as soon-
favorite. Yeah, that's
It's
very
Is
you,
your
Matt.
favorite
And I was like,
oh,
oh.
damn dangerous.
And my
or
favorite is
Get
So
My-
Damn Dangerous.
So damn dangerous.
Yes, because
My favorite is
so
So Damn Dangerous.
I was like, wow, Glory, Glory, I am free. That's assigned to me.
Yeah.
And then So Damn Dangerous came on, and I was like, oh, that's Kelly's favorite.
Yes.
For
Well, because
sure.
I've also told you guys multiple times that I've been
Oh,
listening
really?
to
That is
song
very. That was
nonstop,
the
yeah.
one you told me about. Yeah.
But my favorite is that one, Stuck on You and Stamp on It.
yeah,
Oh,
I
also
downloaded
Get
all
My
of those.
Mind Off. I really
Oh, nice.
I just said that. Yeah. I thought that
Which
would
one do
be
you
it.
think Mark would like best?
Oh,
Mm,
Mark?
Red.
Ooh. I also one that I think is underrated. I like Dead Man's Heart.
I thought
There's
you
something
would.
folksy about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
literally-
I like the album a lot because it jumps around with like genres. Like it's a rock band, but they're kind of.
I literally just listened to him for the first time on my way home from work today.
Oh, nice.
So that's but my favorite are the ones that are more folksy.
It's
Those are the ones where I.
it's very interesting because in certain songs I feel like it's very apparent the influences where it's like in the really folksy song I feel like I've heard a Led Zeppelin song use those like exact same chords or something or that sound where I'm like, oh, and then there are other ones where it's like this kind of sounds like the Arctic Monkeys where it's like they
Yes.
got influences from all over the place. Yeah, it's really cool.
505.
That's a good song.
Okay.
Mark, I think
I don't know. Mark's hard.
You might also be So Damn Dangerous.
So damn.
That's my guess. What do you think?
I don't know because
Yeah.
Mark's taste in music is a little different than ours.
Yeah.
Or
Ooh,
Mark
what
doesn't
about, like-
listen to music; he listens to musicals.
And Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
And Chapel Roan. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. That's the end of my recap.
Luke's turn.
I'm almost done with House of Leaves. I think I have one chapter left.
Oh my goodness.
And then I have a bunch of poems at the end, and then also like artifacts that are pictures. But I think I figured it out. I think I know what's
Yeah.
happening.
Oh, cool.
But I mean, chapter 21 kind of makes it. I think I was like, oh, that's a clear answer. This is what's going on. But
Nice. It's like,
I don't know.
yeah.
But it's also cool because I read it out of order because there's that one part where it's like you can read these letters if you want, but you don't have to, basically. And so I did at that point.
Of course
And then
you
there are
did.
little Easter eggs because of those letters that I wouldn't have gotten if I read them in order. And I was
Right.
like, oh, and so like it's really cool. But I'm almost done. And by say I think I figured it out, if there is even an answer. I bet there's not even one. I just the way
guess-
I think what I think is happening. I
As
could read
long-
the last chapter and be like, that's not it. That's not it at all. It's something else completely.
I feel like if you can at least feel like you could understand the mindset the author was in when they wrote it, I think you're good. I think you've got it.
The mindset is just depressing monologues.
Oh, sick.
So pretty good.
Are you keeping tethered to reality?
Well, I did. That was the night. Well, I slept for 12 hours after I was
Right,
like, I
right.
worked, I read, and I slept. And that's when I had all the weird dreams. There was one where I was in a house and every wall was dripping with white paint, but I couldn't grab onto a door handle. It was just white paint everywhere. But I couldn't get
You're
it
a
on
freak.
myself.
Oh, that's crazy.
But then the nightmare was there's a ghost. So I woke up, I was like, there's a ghost right there, isn't there? I looked, and there's this old lady like walking, and I was like frozen. My lips started quivering, and then she turned around and was like, I have nothing to say except happy birthday. And I was like, this person's a demon. She's a demon. I
course.
think. She might. And then I was like, once she hugs me, I'm dead. And she had her arms wrapped around me, and I woke up. Guess what day? The night leading into the day was the September 14th.
I knew it. Oh.
It was the 14th because of
Oh.
long legs. So I think my
Yes.
subconscious was like, it's the
Long
14th.
legs. Who was the woman? Because you can't dream of people you haven't seen.
Some old lady.
That
Huh.
poor old lady you
That
saw
poor old
walking
woman.
down the street became a demon in your.
Luke,
Well, I
unconscious.
did not recognize. It was like, but she was, I don't know, she was ghostly.
do you
and
have
then-
dreams like this?
Was she
often?
mostly ghostly?
Who does?
Kinda, yeah. Mostly
I-
ghostly.
I had a dream last night that I was on The Amazing Race, so that's how our dreams differ.
Oh, I also had a dream that I think I'll talk about after.
Oh, we also have been watching The Amazing Race. I forgot to mention.
I the other dream was
It's like
I was-
2012 again, Matt. God.
know.
Have you
know
been
what's
watching The
going on.
Biggest Loser?
Never in my
Ooh.
life again would I watch that.
That would be the
show.
trifecta.
Oh man,
The
that was on
2012
all the time.
trifecta.
Amazing Race was my
Oh, boy.
favorite. Amazing Race was my
It was
favorite.
really good. I know.
My last dream was I was in the arena from Gravity Falls where they blend into game, but everybody was jumping on walls left and right, and I was like, "What's going on?" That's it for my recap.
Nice.
Wait, no movies or TV shows or anything?
Everything else has already been mentioned that we watched together.
Does it feel
Nothing
good to
special?
like? I feel like I need a cleanse. Or it's like I need to stop watching so much stuff and just kind of like remember that I'm planted to the earth.
I am
Whoa.
in a very mood where any free time I have is just reading, and
Yeah.
I felt
Or hanging out with your
like-
friends.
Yes, that was a lot of last week since I was busy.
Right.
But Eric Andre was watched, so that's a plus.
Sorry, hanging out with very specific friends and not me and Tony.
I also played with you guys.
I'm always defending you whenever Tony's there, but once he's not there, then I'm attacking.
Uh,
All right,
That's
Kelly. Kelly,
I'm
Who-
tired.
we still got to talk about your
That's-
movie.
That's the
Please.
perfect energy for living in Oblivion. Go.
We haven't even hit an hour
For
yet
what?
on the
Okay,
recording.
let me get a drink.
All right.
You guys fill space.
Okay.
Well,
the form has
let's-
been filled out,
The what?
and we need to have we need to make a decision.
I went to an
Oh,
escape
on
room.
Movies. Did you? How did you guys get out?
Yes. I've been to 2 escape rooms before. Did not like them, so I was not excited. But we went to a arcade bar before. We did a shot,
Mm.
and I had a beer after, and we had a lot of fun. And everyone contributed, including myself. That's why I didn't like
Nice.
the other 2. Is I couldn't figure it out, and I was just like, "This is stupid." But we got out with 17 minutes left.
Oh wow, so like wasn't even close.
Yeah, we kicked butt, all of
Look
us.
at you
so
guys.
that-
Who was it? Was it?
It was
who
me,
was all there?
Trini, and then Jacob and Bree.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
Do
fun.
you feel confident that you could solve a murder?
No,
Oh.
no.
I was gonna.
no,
well, there
no.
is a sliding scale. Maybe you could solve an easy
Yeah.
murder.
Probably.
Not like the
The
Zodiac.
reason,
Yeah.
so I'm to be a snob. The reason I didn't like one of the escape rooms was because I actually thought the clues and stuff were dumb and like
They were too
didn't
easy.
legit. No, I didn't think they logistically led to the next thing. I think we stumbled upon it, and I was like, that is not a clear one to
Oh, I
one.
see.
To where it was like not even like a if you think about it hard enough. I was just like, no, this is just someone made up this room and like is trying their best, but like it wasn't.
It's like some of the worst Saw movies where you're like, I guess.
Yeah.
You
So that was the
know?
first one I did, and I was like, escape rooms are dumb. Second one I did was okay, but it was like a big group of work people that went, and then which was fine. Like it was fine, but like whatever. And then this one was fun, and I feel like the stuff actually led to the next thing in a pretty cool way. Like I think they did a good job. It was also called United Escapes of America, which I thought was a
That's
badass
good.
name. That was
like
a good
it.
name.
Did anyone stand up on a chair like Sal Vulcano and pee his pants intentionally?
I forgot that happened.
I've seen that one multiple times.
I almost pissed my pants yesterday. Actual. I almost pissed my
Yeah?
pants yesterday.
Yes.
Yes.
Let
What
it
was the
go.
What are the circumstances?
I was at a waiting for a CT scan, and they told me to drink 32 ounces of water before I went. So I was like, okay, I just drank 2 of my big things, which is technically 48. But I was like, okay, I'm like there, and I can't hold my bladder well. I get there, and they're like, it's gonna be we're like 30 to 40 minutes behind, and this is on my lunch break, so I had to text my boss and be like, hey,
Oh my
I'm gonna be back super late, which doesn't really matter. But like, it's just like a hey, heads up, I'm gonna be late. And then by the 45th minute, I was like struggling to hold it in to where like if someone like bumped into me accidentally, I was gonna piss my pants. Like it was legitimately
God.
that bad, and my kidneys were starting to feel the ache that they get. And I was like,
Oh.
so I went up to the receptionist. I was like, hey, I didn't even ask her like, is this gonna happen soon? Cause nothing she could do about it. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I have to go to the bathroom and my kidneys are hurting, and I know they told me to drink water, but I will chug another 32 ounces because I cannot hold it anymore. And so she
Right.
went back, asked the guy, because she was like, you're literally like, he's cleaning up for you, like, so if we can get you back early. So, and then she came back out, she's like, you can go pee. And then I had to wait another 25 minutes.
Wow.
So
Oh my
I
gosh,
waited there
man.
for like an hour and 10 minutes past my time, but they told me to show up 15 minutes early. So I was there for like an hour and a half waiting, and I forgot my book. So I just,
Oh,
yep,
Oh, that
No.
sucks.
just trying not to piss my pants. I just sat there on my phone trying not to piss my pants. So
Oh my god.
I was
Mark,
legitimately probably the closest I've been to peeing my pants.
Ever.
Well, because I've had really bad road trips, but it hasn't been at the point like my kidneys are just getting worse and worse with that stuff. So like road trips have been bad, and there's one that I almost did on the way up to Phoenix one time when I was living, but it was like one time, and like I still did not like my kidneys hurt, but I didn't feel like I was gonna accidentally pee my pants. This one felt like I like legitimately if I'm touched the wrong way or I stand up the wrong way, I'm going to.
Mark,
So
this
it was
is-
very
I'm
scary,
so
very
sorry.
scary.
I have to go pee now.
Oh, see,
I'm
is
sorry,
he?
I'll be right back.
I think that's probably why I kind of have to go, but it's fine. Now we gotta wait. Wait a minute.
Content.
Hey,
Luke, when
the
have
people
you
want to
pissed
know.
your pants?
The people want to know.
The river.
Luke, that doesn't count. That's
God,
intentional.
That is so.
Well,
the river and
It
long
does
way.
count if it's intentional. It does.
But
And
in a river is just like different.
It's a little.
I know.
Yeah. There's
But that-
there's semantics.
That was
That's the right word.
that was the worst.
Yes.
I can remember recently having to pee. It was also really bad during long
I would
legs.
say
Those two were like.
because you still
really
had
bad.
your trunks on, correct? I
Oh,
would say that counts as you peeing your pants, but like not all the way because you were
Yeah.
in water.
like that's like a normal thing that people do to pee their pants.
But too much. It was too much force that I couldn't. It was too much.
It's also just like pee shy. Like if you're peeing somewhere that's not
literally is.
normal, it's just like
Everybody.
it doesn't let you. It doesn't let you. Luke, when's the last time you peed your pants not in water, and it wasn't like
during the nighttime.
yeah, like it wasn't like a oh I woke up and
no,
yeah
no bedwetting.
yeah. Like when's the last time you like peed your pants? Do you have a time and no
Oh, I-
diapers? No diapers either.
I don't know. I think we talked about this last time, where it was the third
We've
grade,
had this conversation multiple times.
third grade or fourth grade. Same with you, Mark, where you went to
Yeah.
the bathroom and an accident happened. But I can't remember if it was my pee or not.
Okay.
That
we-
was-
we
Your
must-
pee.
Someone might have peed on
someone,
you.
someone
I
peed on
can't
you.
remember.
Okay,
if
Luke got
I,
Luke got
I
peed
think
on.
it was mine. I think it was mine, and
Okay.
but I don't know.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay, Matt, when's the last time you pissed your pants?
I don't know if I've ever like legitimately like full on as an adult, because like you have times where you're like, oh shit, now there's a little bit left.
Oh, Matt, ever
But
since I had kidney stones, that's every single time.
yeah,
What
I
do you
am the
mean by
king.
there's a little bit left?
There's dribbles.
Like there's
Oh,
dribbles.
dripping.
Yeah.
Okay, leakage. Okay.
It just got a lot
I-
more after the kidney stones.
I'm the king of the small bladders too, Mark. Like,
Technically, I piss my pants every day.
It must be hereditary.
getting
Look, you got a
technical.
small bladder.
It's really bad at work.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's hereditary.
Hey.
It's 5 times a day and it's bad. Like it's I have to go now.
5 times a day is not that bad.
But it's like
Wait, just at
Also,
work?
why do
Just
you
at work?
count?
5
just
times at work?
Just at work.
That's actually
And
pretty
So
then
bad.
like
it's
in 8
more.
hours?
It's almost like every hour.
Luke,
And you're dehydrated as fuck too. So where's all
I
that
have to
coming
dehydrate
from?
myself because if I don't, it's just every half hour at work
I-
specifically.
I
It's
think
always during work.
I pee at work every hour or two at
Yeah,
the very
it
You
least.
guys are
I can't.
crazy.
If I
Not
have
allowed.
if I have coffee in the morning,
Yes, coffee's
I have to
really
go pee
bad.
every 20 minutes for like
That's
an hour.
insane. Water's the only
Um,
thing that makes me pee like that. Like coffee,
can't-
I'm
You and I are
fine.
the same. You
I
and
will
are
say
the same, Matt.
I drink a lot of water, so
You too,
whatever.
I think.
Wow, hydrated kid.
I just don't drink
I-
liquids.
I have a vivid memory of riding a
Rule
bus.
set for yourself.
No, I do. I just don't drink water.
You rode a bus during a
I
field.
don't
No,
drink
it was to
liquid.
baseball. It was to football.
It was to a baseball game.
Ooh, keep telling the
um,
story because now I have to pee.
I'm so sorry. uh, it's like the most I've ever felt like helpless having to pee. You know what I mean? Where you're like,
Yep.
kind of had to go like maybe a little bit when we first got on the bus, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to hold the whole bus up to go run in and pee because
Yep.
I'm like that's mortifying. And I should have
What's
because
more mortifying?
oh, in hindsight, I most definitely should have because it was to the
But you and I
point
are
where it's like
different.
all I could think of
Yeah.
where you're like, I can't think of anything else. And I'm like trying to figure out, is there a way that I could pee into something and
Yes.
it not be obvious to everyone? Because I don't want to
That's
tell
awesome
everyone.
though. If you could pull that off, that's sick.
It's like D in the road trip episode of
Yes.
Sunny. But like we eventually made it where we were going, but like I don't know, it felt like touch and go where I was like, I feel awful.
Yeah.
So now that's why like I'm like whenever I have to do anything and I have to leave anywhere, I'll like pee extra times. I'm like I don't want to have to pee while I'm there, you know.
Correct.
Which is again why when Mark was I already had to pee a little bit. Mark started talking about it. I was like, there's no way I
Interesting.
can. Like,
I've never had that. Like people
It's-
talking about peeing or yawning or whatever. It doesn't make me feel like anything.
it's only if I already had to pee to begin with. So it's like now it's like at the front of my mind. where
Yeah.
I'm like, well, crap.
Are
Yeah.
you
I-
guys sympathetic criers?
Sympathetic
Yes.
peers.
Yes.
Oh, pussy.
Yeah. Big time pussy over here. Like it's
Big time.
Big time pussy.
it's bad. I can't. It's to the point too where like if I just see anyone put anything in their eye,
Yes.
my eyes
Oh,
start
I can't.
watering.
I can't put
Ugh.
stuff in my eyes.
Ugh. I can't either. That's why I can't do contacts.
Me
I
either.
have to wear glasses.
I tried and
It was bad.
No,
It
I
got
can't
stuck
do
under my
contacts.
eyelid for 2 days.
Ooh, I had one, and Dad had to help me get out because it folded
Yeah, I remember
twice.
that.
Do you remember that? And he
Yeah,
was like
I
pulling
do.
my eye down. Ooh, that was bad.
Oh,
I still
it's
wore
bad.
contacts after that, though. I'm fine touching my own eyes. So,
Mark,
I
you a
can't do it.
sympathetic crier?
I don't think so. Like, I feel it, but I don't like instantly start like tearing up. I get like the chest pains. Like, I feel that, but I don't like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when I get really sad. Do you guys get the heart aches where it's
yeah,
like
where you're
legit?
"Ugh."
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel it in my
Your
gut.
stomach stinks.
your
Yeah.
gut-
Mine's
yeah.
not my.
Oh, yeah.
It's just right in the middle of my chest, so I get that.
Oh yeah, I get that.
But
too.
like, I don't instantly start crying. But I feel like it can be set off quickly because I feel like
Mhm.
uber sad. So
It's to the point with me that I feel like almost I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to be like performative.
Oh, whoa.
Or like cuz like when I've gone to funerals, it's like I'm going to open up like a fountain, but like even if like it's like I knew someone but I wasn't like super close to them, when I see their loved ones talking about them and crying, like it's like
That's
open up the waterworks.
understandable.
Yeah. But like it's so much where it's like I hope this isn't being distracting for people because it's like I don't want to
I mean this in the best way possible.
Yeah.
I don't think they don't.
Oh, good. No, that's what I
don't
want.
Care that much about.
Because that's
other
all I'm
people.
afraid of. It's like I'm not trying to like. I don't want anyone to like. I don't want to hog attention. It's like this is happening. Just do your own thing. You know.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see
No.
something cool?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we can't see anything on your part.
Not yet.
Oh
Oh.
shit.
Oh yeah, this is good. What he's about to show you. What he's about to show you. is
What's
good.
up? What's up?
Oh,
Oh no,
Mark,
that's
no way.
It's only
We saw
poofy
that-
because of this.
We saw it in the spirit store. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So
Is
it's
that where you
actually
got it?
no, we got it at Target because
Really?
we didn't know it was like what we said we are gonna use it as Halloween costumes, but also we just been wearing it basically to bed every night. So, she got a bingo, so I got. I think
Are
I think this is Bandit. Like from
Bandit. Yeah,
Oh.
I think so.
I thought this was
That's
Bluey, but
Bandit.
like from this, it's definitely Bandit. So
Yeah.
that's better.
That's
Like
fair.
The
I,
adults, yeah.
I like, but hers definitely looks like bingo. I would have to see
Is
it.
it chili?
It must be chili. I'll have to
It could
check.
be.
I don't know, but I'm sure they sold
I
kids
love
ones. So
that.
yeah, this stays on.
crazy.
This is staying on. But I should have just worn it
Oh my
from the beginning.
God.
What?
Mark, I'll tell you
Nothing.
what. In the
Nothing.
spirit store, there were 2 different adult versions of Bluey costumes, and you got the better of the 2, in my opinion.
Oh really?
Like I don't know. I really like the onesie hoodie look.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good.
We were passing by it in Target, and Trini went to it and was like looking at it and was like, "Should we?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, we should."
Yeah.
It's not even a question. So we
That's
spent
good
like 60 extra bucks because 30
Whoa.
each. So we were just like, well,
Oh.
weren't expecting to pay for this, but
I thought you were saying
Is
it
it
was
the
60
full
a pop.
onesie?
oh yeah.
Is it a full onesie?
Well, no footies, but
then that doesn't count.
but the zipper
It's
is
just
only
underwear.
the zipper is down to
Yeah.
my belly right there, so like
Is
it
there a patch where a pea patch?
like,
The tail makes me uncomfortable.
I
is
like
there
it.
a thing in Is there a thing in the crotch that you can unbutton and piss? Is my
well, this thing goes all
Or
the way down
just
to my
up
crotch.
the button.
Like,
So you-
the zipper, like, don't worry.
But
I'm
is
closed.
there a I'm taking that as a no.
No.
It's like
Oh.
a romper. You got to take the whole thing off.
No, you gotta put it on the floor. You gotta put it on the floor if you're going to the bathroom. It's happening already, and Sky
Could
was
you
walking
imagine
all up on it.
walking? Could you imagine walking into a bathroom, like a public bathroom, and just seeing just like a lay
full-grown
down,
man.
a full out like
A
onesie on the
full
floor?
size-
It's gonna happen one of these days when I wear this out. This is my Halloween
Okay.
costume slash my nightie.
I love it.
Very nice.
All right, living in Oblivion.
Kelly, living in Oblivion.
What do you want to know?
Give us your basic. What were your thoughts when you first watched it?
When I first watched it, I was like, "Ooh, black and white."
Ooh.
And then I was like, and then I bet everyone experienced this. 15 minutes in,
You go.
should I turn this off? And then 20 minutes in, you go, oh, okay. And then however long, and you go, Peter Dinklage. And that was my experience watching this movie.
I feel like it's telling. I'm telling on myself when I say that. Even through the first 15 minutes, I was like, I'm into this.
Yeah.
And then it got after 20, I was like, okay, I'm into this more now.
It was-
but I was
yes.
still involved, you know.
But it was like, I was super into it, but it was like, by the fifth take of the original scene, I was like,
Right? You're like,
Mark, my prediction was that you hated the first 15 minutes.
No, I didn't
No?
actually. No, I thought
Okay.
there were actually.
Also-
I was quiet. I was intrigued, and
Okay,
the reason
good.
I liked it, it was making me think of indie. When we made the indie
oh yes.
movie, when we just did over and
That
over and over
classic.
again, that was pretty good.
This is a great time to address that, Mark. You're always like that you hate movies about making movies, which is a fucking lie, by the way. You hate like 2 movies that are about making movies, and the rest you're fine with.
Name 5 that I'm good with.
Scream 3.
Scream 3 is pretty good.
Free living in Oblivion.
Okay, name 5 that you hate.
I don't know if I hate any.
Once upon a time in
See?
Because my thought was once upon,
liar.
Yeah, I just like to lie. So.
And that's
Lying is fun.
understandable. Yeah.
How
you know
did you
what?
guys feel about this?
Just off
I
the
picked-
top, really enjoyed this movie. Had a
Good.
really good time. I'll preface this by saying like I didn't like go to film school. I only minored in film, so I didn't do anything ever as extensive as the people were doing in this. But
But you understood.
but I did like try to help on some student films as like an actor, like a background actor, and some of this stuff was like, yeah, I like. You guys want to hear a funny story? Is I was helping out someone's student film where I was playing one of a couple of guys who's supposed to like beat up a guy and essentially mug him or get beat up by him.
The,
Oh
the
my-
bingo
You
onesie.
see-
It's so good. Is
Hold
it
on.
chili or bingo?
We're trying to figure out if it's
chili
chili
or
or
bingo?
bingo.
My hair.
No, it's okay.
The anticipation is killing me.
Like-
No, it's okay.
I like how it was a whole thing for me to put it on, and then she just already had it on.
She just showed up. With it.
Hold on.
Do we have
Because
a
mine's
consensus?
look at this one. Mine's definitely banded. That no, that's chili.
Yeah.
I think it's chili.
Yay!
Chili
That's
and
chili.
band.
It makes sense
Yeah,
for
'cause
the
we're the
adult size
adults,
ones
Yeah,
to
it
be.
does.
I know you wanted to be bingo. We'll get you a bingo one.
I'm bingo.
We'll get you a bingo.
Those are fantastic. Tell her that it looks great.
They say it looks great.
Thank you.
You're in a
That's
beat some
student-
guy up.
So yeah, so I was supposed to be one of the ones, and a couple things went so wrong. Like the scene ended up getting cut out of the movie. It was just going so poorly. So like the punches weren't looking real. So I was getting like closer and like making a little bit of contact.
You punched
I didn't.
him.
I didn't think that
You
much.
beat
The
the
guy
shit
had like
out of a guy.
bruises the next day.
Whoa.
And there's this at the end. He's supposed to kind of like throw me into a wall, and it was under one of the U of A overpass by
Ah.
Eller.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I hit my head on the stones down there and started bleeding.
Oh my
I was
God.
trying to make it look so real that I actually cracked my head on it. But then I felt terrible because they had to like stop production for a second because they're like, legally we have to have like someone take a look at you.
Oh.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but then I was like, ah, crap, I'm bleeding.
Dang.
And then I made a joke when I shouldn't have, because they were trying to ask me, like they were trying to see if I had a concussion, and they're like, who's president? And I said Jimmy Carter, and I went, I'm sorry.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
That sucks.
Immediately, just like bad
sorry.
joke.
Jimmy Carter.
I was like, I'm kidding. They didn't laugh. Nobody laughed.
Oof.
Oh man, it hurt so bad.
No.
The actual wound didn't hurt that bad. It hurt more that I
Yeah.
was like, I feel so uncomfortable right now, and I feel like I'm ruining the shoot.
You and that other guy got hurt, and then it got cut.
It just didn't look good. I think
Yeah.
like they couldn't ever get a shot that looked good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that kind of
sucks.
experience, seeing like the 5 different takes, was like, oh man, I've been
Yeah.
there. I'm the one who's like messed it up. Where it's like you feel terrible. It's like I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying. But anyway,
Dang.
every time that this movie changed and was a dream sequence, how did it catch me off guard every time?
I know.
No, the second
then
one was something I didn't.
The third scene was them filming a dream sequence.
That's the part that was giving me Twin Peaks vibes.
Yes.
Where I was like, oh man,
Well,
there's
it
no way.
literally. David Lynch, one of my favorite directors of all time, loved Twin Peaks. Literally critiques him though in the movie,
That's where I was like, I see what, because this
and
came
it's
out
good
like,
critiques.
a couple
Yeah,
of years
this is
after it.
95. Yeah.
Yeah. Wolf. Holy crap.
Character of all time.
Yeah.
When they lift up his eye patch and a tear rolls out.
Oh, that's my
That's
that's my
my
favorite part.
favorite scene.
That's
She
my
didn't
favorite
even
scene.
say anything.
That's my favorite scene.
Yep, that's my favorite scene too.
Just his look in general alone
Sylvester
makes him a
Stallone.
character of all time.
Imagine trying to
Very
explain that. Like, why does he look like that? Because he's Wolf.
He's a cinematographer.
Yeah.
His name is Wolf.
He looked through the camera with the eye patch.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
I
did.
love too that when after he like wasn't getting attention for it, he's like, I don't need this. Like when, because it was basically just to be like, ow, my eye hurts.
It
Good character.
was also when she poked him. It was the other eye.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I also just give
Yeah.
a shout out to Catherine Keener? So good.
Yes.
It's Catherine Keener, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
In my head, she's always just the mom from Get Out, but like
Yes.
she was really
That's
good.
what-
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
didn't
Thank
make
you.
that
Yeah,
connection.
That's-
right.
Yep.
It was nice to see her in '95. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen anything that old from her, so I was like, wow, you were good like your whole career. I guess that's how it usually works, but
Yeah. This was Peter Dinklage's first movie.
Really?
kidding,
Really?
really?
How crazy is that? Yep.
You can tell that he's like comfortable in his skin acting.
I
Like you
know,
could tell, like,
yeah.
yeah, okay, he's gonna be like an actor.
Yes.
He's not just
That's fair.
he's not just Tommy Wiseau who does a movie and then you're like, okay,
Whoa, wait a second.
Anyone
the
can
slander.
make a movie.
all right, but can you make a film?
Oh God.
I hate that so much.
Why'd I pick
don't worry,
this
me too.
movie? I love this movie, but
This is a good
while watching it, I was like, this was the most like
This is the
someone
most
who does a
movie.
movie podcast pick for a movie.
I know.
And I was like, ew, but it's a good movie.
This is
It's
like a movie
silly.
you would hear somebody reference like on a late night interview, knowing that nobody's gonna know what they're talking about, and be like, "Boo, come on."
And that's the reason that they referenced it.
Yeah.
But I thought you guys would like it.
I really, really liked it. I had a very good time. I'd watch that movie again.
Yes, this is my third time watching it.
Mark, what were your initial reactions?
I really liked it from the beginning.
Yeah.
Good.
I think I think if I turned this on by myself, I feel like I maybe would have a different experience and want to turn it off, like Kelly said, because.
This-
But I also, when Luke mentioned that like this one I might like, so I was like, they know my type of
This
like
one.
movie, and also like, I was intrigued by the black and white actually,
Yeah.
and then it changed the color, and I was like,
in
this is the
color
greatest
when it was
movie I've ever seen.
filming. And then
And
in
then
the
it
second
switched.
part, it was color and it was filming in black and white.
That's good.
Oh, I see.
Yes, so it was even the beginning part, which was like intentionally annoying. I just want to see how many times they're just gonna do it. I just wanted. I was just
right.
curious at that point of like how much,
And
because
what way it would
also
go
my brain,
wrong this time.
in my brain, I was thinking about like how many times the actors had to do it over and over again and purposely mess it up intentionally. So what if they actually messed it up and then they had to
Yeah.
go back and do it again?
Yeah.
And I was like thinking about
Oh.
that. So like that part actually went by like fairly quickly to me because my
Yes.
brain was like, oh my god, what if they fucked up this?
Did we?
And then like and then they fuck up that. Oh god. And then what if he was actually
we
the
all-
director actually got as mad as this guy did and then they were trying to film. I went down a
You
rabbit
could
hole.
go
So
on
we
forever.
all had the experience of it just randomly in the middle of the movie, remembering that this is also a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And that
you're like,
they are
"Oh."
filming them filming a movie.
Yes, that was my experience in the beginning. Wolf was one of the funniest characters I've ever seen in my entire
Yep,
life.
in this
Legitimately,
low budget movie from '95.
I know.
I mean-
The
Produced
best
it, too.
character of all time.
yeah,
Yes, he did.
legitimately one of the like, I feel like just side characters, one of the hardest deepest laughs I've had, just like all together. But I mean, one was the tear. The tear was my favorite part. But like overall, just anytime he's on screen, I feel like I was laughing. Or when he went up to go fight the guy and didn't put up his arms, so that he just got punched.
When they cut away and he's just barfing in a toilet.
Yeah.
Also,
Because he drank the milk.
Yeah, it all came together.
Luke and I recognized the assistant cameraman. He had backwards hat.
Yes.
Was that it, Luke? Did he have
I
backwards
believe
hat?
he did. I
Yeah.
believe he did.
I've seen him
Or
in
he was the
stuff. What was
yeah, he was the focus. No, it was
Who is that
Luke
guy?
Luke looked it up. It was Community. He was the conspiracy teacher.
Professor.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Holy
great.
shit.
And then once Luke said that, and I was like, "That's where I know him from." He became even funnier because then I was just thinking
Yeah, he
Professor. And the smoke machine, the whole thing with the smoke machine was just so fucking stupid because it wasn't even just Wolf; it was just all of them.
I think the oil and the gas go in the same spot. You're like, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I think he's right. Yeah.
But
Well, I wanna-
Steve Buscemi's always a gem, no matter
Always
what.
a gem. I know.
So I really like this movie. Honestly, I wasn't surprised. Honestly, I started when I would say the first 3 minutes, I was like, oh, what is this movie? And then like when they started doing each take, I actually got more intrigued. Then they cut. Then I was even more intrigued because I was just wondering if you guys were showing me a movie where they did the same take for all 90 minutes, and I was like, I'm in for it. I will
Taxi
get-
Plaza.
But I was like,
Take one.
I was in
I
for
don't
it
know if I said that
regardless of it. So when it changed and then it got crazier, but then the second one was a dream, which like I actually expect the second one to be a dream, but then then we'd start a third storyline and also so
But it's
sorry,
her
Chad
dream
Chad
instead.
Chad
Her
Pal-
dream.
Palomino
Yeah.
is also hilarious.
Hilarious.
My
Insane
God.
character.
My God.
Empty.
I was like, what if I do it instead? Like, just change the entire thing. Like,
A whole blocking. Well, the part where he's like, "How about I lie on the bed like this?" And they finally are like, "Fine." And then he's like, still like behind her.
yeah.
Like,
When he made them change the blocking to just not do what he said,
yeah.
he was gonna
It's like
do.
it didn't feel real.
The scene where, well, first off, when he just turns around and he stole Wolf's eye patch,
Yes.
the way-
That
the
is
way
so
that
funny.
Nick got him to take it off.
That's crazy.
It makes him look a little gay.
That's a good part. That's a good
That's
part.
good part. Mark, I wanted to tell you that I'm very particular with my picks as to whether or not you're gonna be watching it with Luke.
Honestly,
It
yeah.
depends.
I
'Cause
think
there
it-
are movies I don't want you watching alone.
I would like this movie anyway, but I would have been like, oh boy, when I first started it, if I wasn't with Luke. So thank you, because I feel like that was a smart choice. Smart choice.
And Luke's already seen it, so he knew.
Yes. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like that was also the vibe going in. Was like I did not look up anything, so I did not know this had a good rating too. So I also with Kelly's picks, I'm like, is this like I feel like it would be like a 6.0, like around that realm, you know, like
Yeah.
some people like it, most people are like whatever, like this is a weird niche
I feel
movie.
like-
So I was like, that's what I thought this was. I didn't realize it actually has like really good ratings too.
The
so.
year of release, I think, matches on all
Wow.
platforms.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's
I-
the first
My
time
God,
Kelly.
and it has the same title.
So, sometimes,
Same
sometimes
actor.
I'm not surprised if if we're watching a movie that you've picked and I'm like, there's not enough ratings to actually even get like a Rotten Tomatoes aggregate.
Wasn't there
I-
one movie where the description was just not what the movie was?
Probably
Yeah, I can't
Which
remember
one
what it
was that?
Witcher Maker Nightmare Maker, was it?
Oh, well, that
might have been that.
That would-
Yeah.
I think that one's definitely the worst as to inconsistencies.
That one had a 7-year difference of release.
Yeah, it did.
You know what's
and
weird?
a title that made no sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we look up something on Amazon, it will get confused about two movies that have the same title. I think it did that
Crime
with
Wave.
that happened with The Visit when we were looking up once. It had the picture, like the poster of M. Night Shyamalan's, and the description was from some completely different movie called The Visit that may have even come out the same year, and we had to
Yeah.
find both of them. And be like, it was like a low budget, nobody saw it movie. It's weird.
Oh man, I think I might have blanked completely on what I was
Oh,
gonna say. Yes, thank you. I'll figure it out.
In this, I loved that the woman playing the actress in the first dream sequence was Steve Buscemi's mom. Like
Yes.
that, I was like, oh, that's so
Oh.
good.
And she has my favorite line of the entire movie.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? There was something
if
maybe
I
last
would if I would have known this was a wedding, I would have worn my fucking hat.
That was the hardest
is
I've
my
laughed.
favorite line of the whole movie.
That
It came out of nowhere.
I think that
Also, the scene of her walking through the door.
Yeah.
It is so good.
Yeah.
the two parts
Oh.
I think were, yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Also, Bob eating the burger, and that was his.
Yes, that- and
That
for
was
half-
so
And it was Catherine Keener who
It was
served
that-
it to him.
Yes, it
Perhaps.
was. Yes, it was. We don't
Is
see
that
her
a-
face, but it's at the same restaurant.
Is that a
Same
folie
uniform.
à deux, or they're sharing?
Yeah,
in-
it
Yeah.
his ideal was to eat his burger.
Probably not the exact definition of a folie à deux, but it's okay.
No, not at
Yeah.
all.
No, not even a little bit, really.
It's the catch-22.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
The three parts I laughed hardest at were, I should have worn my fucking hat. Chad turning around with the eye patch on, and the burger at the end. You're right. Like those were it's just so funny. Also, calling for room tone at the end was another like
That's a
throw me back to helping out on those sets where it's
fi-
like, be shut up for 30 seconds, you know?
It's
Ooh, that
so
was crazy.
funny. They finally get the scene and then room tone for 30 seconds and then we go into each person's head.
Yes.
Well, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if he did win the award for best movie ever made
Ever.
yeah.
By a human being.
By
That's
human
what
He
it was,
almost
thank
just,
you.
he almost blurted out. Like, imagine you're seeing Steve Buscemi stare up into space, and then he goes, "Oh."
But he almost ruined the room tone.
Yeah.
The way that the sound guy looks at him, he's like, what the heck? Like, what's the worst that could happen? You just do 30 more seconds of room
Yeah.
tone at the end?
I don't know. I don't know, man. It is. I really like seeing the '90s equipment.
Yeah.
Like this
What a
movie,
throwback.
like it was supposed to be made in '95.
Well, this is too, like, you know, didn't, like, independent filmmaking really take boom in the 90s, right? That's when, like, Kevin Smith... Oh, why did I say it like that? Kevin Smith
Here comes
did Clerks around the same time. Like, people were making stuff a lot easier at home because of, you know, it's cheaper to get
Correct.
cameras. So, like, it's very cool to see, like, how far we've come to. Like, anyone can make a short film now with an iPhone, but it's
Yeah.
not going to look like
Yeah.
those 90s films on that grainy
Yeah.
tape. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I think that this movie, Matt, a lot of what you were
Yeah.
saying about doing film projects, maybe why I like this movie was Luke was mentioned of like it was like one scene that we did when we were trying to film Every Man Left Behind,
Yes.
like where he kept fucking it up, but it was because he couldn't stop laughing, and we were trying to think of like what was happening. I think I just pushed him on the bed, on like mom and dad's bed, and like for some reason Luke couldn't stop laughing, kept fucking it up, and so like I think it brought me back to the shoeless days of like.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we just kind of kept it if it was trash after the third take,
yeah.
but like
That's the beauty of it, though.
I think it
to
gave me those. Yes, it gave me those vibes of like I helped on like 2 different projects when I was doing film stuff, but like since we're doing our own stuff, it just reminded me of that. Of there's only like 5 people there, and we had like what 3 people trying to do our stuff. So I think
I
it just hit
know.
that like. I don't know. It
I-
reminded me of it, and it made me enjoy it. I think even more.
I agree. It made me nostalgic for the days of making stuff with all of you guys, and it made me very glad that I think it made me glad that I didn't pursue like a full-on career because it seems too stressful. Like
I think
I
this is
feel
a
like I
good
stress
test.
constantly. Yeah, right.
Did
Does
it
this
discourage
movie-
you or encourage you?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
right.
if it encourages you, something's wrong.
Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, Mark, you're absolutely right. Where it's like, it's something about doing something where even if you screw it up on the third take, you just say, leave it in. People will laugh seeing us laugh.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, who cares? You know?
Yeah. At that point,
I
we just
think-
didn't fucking care.
Yeah.
I think if this movie encouraged you to pursue film, you're just the right amount of fucked up to pursue
Be a
film.
filmmaker. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes.
Because this is a movie that only being in film can break you enough to make.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
How I've never seen or heard of anything else by this director, and this was so good. Like, did he do anything
he's
else?
done other stuff, but this
Yeah.
is the only movie of his that I've seen.
yeah, because it seems like there's a lot of talent there. I'm surprised he didn't do anything more high profile after this.
Maybe I don't know.
It could have been one of those things where after he made it, he's like, "Love that I did it. Don't want to go do through that again."
Well, no,
You
he's
know?
done other movies. I
Oh,
just
okay,
haven't seen
I got
them.
you. Like, there's something about Crime Wave that,
Yes.
like, I don't know, the life. What's his name? The guy who made it. I don't even
name.
remember.
'Cause- oh my god.
Mike. Nope. His last
Nope,
name is
no,
Payne.
John.
John.
Payne.
My-
Pays, pays.
Payne.
John Pays. Something about the
I
way
could
he
see
made
how
that.
it was spelled. My brain wouldn't
Yeah.
pronounce it.
Something about the way that movie is made and the fact that he like didn't feel the need to like he just kind of went with it, and now he's got like, didn't we see he's like a curator of some like film museum? I'm like, this guy just loves movies, and there's something that seems so special about it.
Yes.
This kind of feels like
Still
that
one of
too,
my
living in
favorite
Oblivion.
movies.
Yeah, yeah. Peter Dinklage.
Yes.
I had when his name came up, I didn't look up
How
anything about this
crazy.
movie. I was like, no
What?
way. Yeah.
And then you're
Um,
like, where is he?
right?
For the first 2/3.
But what you said makes sense that since this was his first film role, I'm like, oh yeah, obviously, like he probably has a smaller role. He wasn't like a known actor at that point.
Right.
Um,
Isn't it crazy? Like when you watch older movies and you're like, that wasn't the Peter Dinklage.
Like-
Yeah, you know.
Right? Where like some of the other people too, Professor Professorson. Like I loved being like, I know that guy. I don't remember from where, but I know
I
him.
know him.
Or like even sometimes it's funny. I was telling Katie, I was like, yes, okay, Dermot Mulrooney, our reference point for him is the dad in Insidious 3, which I think is very funny.
That is very funny.
But like in my head, like that's where my mind goes first.
Yep.
that's Dermot Mulrooney in my brain. So, but now it's Wolf. It's Wolf and
Yes.
the dad.
You know, Matt, for me, because I watched it so many times, it's Scream 6.
God damn it.
Oh my god, you're absolutely
hate
right.
you.
See, I only saw it the one time, so I
Got
totally
you.
forgot.
I couldn't think of a single other movie he was in other than Scream 6, but now that you say Insidious 3, I'm like, oh, yep, he was definitely in Insidious 3. But, Kelly, don't worry, now I'm going to think of Wolf, okay? Not Scream 6, only a little bit.
I think that Dermot Mulrooney might win the award for my favorite name. There's
That's
something
a
about
good
it.
name.
Like, I've never heard a name like it, and the way it rolls off the tongue is like poetry. You know?
Dermot
Do you know-
You get it.
Mulroney.
You get
All
it.
right. This reference is especially for Luke. You remember in Donnie Darko
Oh, my God.
when
Yes,
Drew
yes,
Barrymore is talking about how I don't remember who said that cellar door is the most beautiful
Yeah.
phrase.
That's
That's Dermot
Mulroney.
Mulroney.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I was just trying to
That's
explain
funny.
that scene to Katie the other day, and I'm like, there's something about how cellar door is
Something cellar
sounds
door.
nice, and then also that made me be like, you know how like if you didn't know what the word meant, the word diarrhea would sound kind of poetic and beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Well, that's
Ah,
like Tyler uses it
yes,
in
yes,
Cobra
yes.
Kai.
Yes,
very true.
Rhea.
I cannot believe. I can't believe I forgot to talk about it when we talked about the Cobra Kai. Whenever we did that last,
Mhm.
I can't believe there was a whole like actual plot arc that involved making someone poop their pants. That
Oh no,
is
we
so
talked about
great.
it.
Oh,
did
yeah.
we? About it. Yeah.
Wait,
It's just
I
not
guess
in that episode of the show.
I couldn't remember if we talked about it or not. That's crazy.
did we do the tier list last time for Bottle Rocket?
We did.
So
Oh, I
we
didn't
said
actually
where we
do
put
it.
We didn't put it in there. Yeah.
Where was it?
It was in
Mostly-
the S because I
Yeah, that's what it was. Yes.
influenced it.
Okay, thank you.
It
We're
was
not
in the
we're
top
not
top.
getting to that part yet. Sorry, I just needed to catch up
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it
yeah,
because I didn't know where it was.
I got
So
you.
yeah, sorry.
Steve Buscemi in the '90s, like
Yes.
super underrated. Even like his high profile things like Big Lebowski, like he's always so good.
He reminds
So
me
good.
of
Love him.
wow.
Yes.
Here
You
we
got this. You got this. You got
go.
this. You got this. You got this. You got this.
Oh.
I believe in you. You got this. You got this. You got this. Come on,
Harrison
Luke. You got
Stanton.
this. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh,
Good
character
okay.
actor.
Like Paris, Texas was his big main character
Mm.
movie, but
Yeah.
like because Steve Buscemi always plays a side character.
Yeah, he
and it was cool
does.
to see.
Love to
him
see him
play the main
as a
character.
lead. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, co-lead because Catherine Keener too. I
Yeah,
think is
co-lead.
like co-lead for sure.
It's
that
Ella Purnell's
scene-
birthday.
Oh, congratulations.
Also Kyle Chandler's birthday.
Nice.
Ooh, the
You
guy
know,
from
like-
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen that?
Arj from Carol.
People say great things about it. But
So
I've never
I
seen
watched the first like 3 episodes years ago, and
Yeah.
it was
Friday Night
literally
Lights?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was like whatever. But apparently, it's like the back half of the show that's amazing. So apparently, the first 2 seasons are like
Wait,
okay, and then
wait.
like 3 through 5 are really good or something.
it. Okay.
Wait, who's in that show?
Zach Gilford.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yeah.
I've never really wanted to watch it, and then I heard he was in it, and I
That
was
Guilford
like,
with his eyes.
yeah.
Yeah,
what's crazy?
yeah.
You know what else I watched? You guys ever watched that YouTube show After Midnight? Or yeah, it's After Midnight. The comedian Taylor Tomlinson hosts it, and they just have 3 comedians come on and just goof off and like
no,
make jokes about stuff.
No.
I was trying to go through episodes just to see, comedians and people that I like. Zach Gilford was on an episode. I had
That's
not
cool.
watched it yet, but I was like, oh man, I didn't know that you were like funny. Like he's funny as Mark in the Midnight Club, but like
Amazing
I
goofball.
didn't know most of the things I see him in, he seems so sad. So it's nice
Yeah.
to see that he's like real funny too.
It has an 8.7.
Oh
The
Yeah.
my
fa-
god.
And
You know
you're
what?
right. The first 2 seasons aren't as highly rated, but they get really high later. The last episode has 9.6.
Holy
That's like-
crap.
It's called Always.
I think I think I would really like it with the drama of it.
Yeah.
Even now, I think I'd like the first season rewatching it. I mean, I only watched 3 episodes, but like even those, I think I would like because I like teen drama stuff. However, it sounds like the show just like took off. I don't know if that's just fans continuing to watch it and then thinking it's crazy,
Right,
or if
right.
it's like legitimately really good.
I
Did
know
you guys
it's-
say that? Jesse Plemons.
Jesse
guys know
Plemons
him?
is in that. You're
Yeah.
right. No, I did not
What?
say that. Yeah, that was one of his first big roles because
Also,
that was
Michael
like
B. Jordan.
Matt, he
Wait,
was
really?
in like Mike, so I'm pretty sure
you
he
know
already
what?
had a big
I
role.
stand corrected.
I'm pretty sure he already had a pretty big role.
I don't think it's a little hard to describe to people what it felt like to see Todd in Breaking Bad and Jesse Plemons blow up, and having in my head to be like, you mean the kid from Like Mike, and no one
Yeah.
else understand what you're talking
Yep,
about.
yep.
Where you're like, it was like almost like you saw like your cousin or something. You're like, oh shit, you made it big, because like no people don't
We
know
watched-
the bully
we-
from Like Mike.
We watched
you
Like
know?
Mike very much. Oh no,
Yeah.
Kelly's
Yeah,
falling
we
asleep.
watched that in school.
You know what?
Oh no, I'm back.
Underrated. The cast of Like Mike, Crispin Glover. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
Morris Chestnut, underrated too. He plays Tracy.
Mm.
His name's Tracy, right?
Yes, yeah, Tracy.
I don't remember his last name. Jesse Plemons, obviously, and the guy who plays the coach is also in Breaking Bad. He's the vacuum guy. God, what's his name?
Yes, he was just in something else that I
Robert
watched.
Forster.
Yeah.
Yes, Robert Forster
else
plays
was
the
he in?
basketball coach.
Forgot about that.
What else was he
He's
in?
in Better Call
Eric
Saul
Andre.
too.
Oh,
He's in what?
I was
Andre.
in the Eric Andre show. That's why.
Anyway, Like
Come
Mike
on.
stacked cast. Like, come on.
Yes, Matt. It's not my pick, but it's always been in the rotation of potentially picking a like Mike because that's one of the most nostalgic movies for me.
There's
Oh,
some
I started
nostalgic-
making a list, guys. So
Did
sorry.
you?
But it has many movies, but the reason I haven't made it public, I probably should at this point because it's been weeks, was because it was stuff that would just pop in my head of movies that in some way shaped my childhood.
Yeah.
So
White
it's
supremacy.
there's so far there are 57 movies on here,
wow.
and they're all very different.
Is the
Yeah.
Born Supremacy on there? Because it better be. That shit-
Let me. If it isn't, then I will add it because it was hard to think of all of these. I'll have to go
Mark,
through this list at some point
Is
because
this one of those things too where like for me there's a movie that's like very nostalgic and was important to me growing up. That doesn't mean that I like it. Like
Oh,
I could put it
yeah.
on the list and be like, now I really don't like this movie. But
Yes.
this was so important to me for a
Grown-ups.
period of time, Grown ups.
Would you just?
I'm adding Grown Ups on here because it was.
Born Supremacy.
Yeah. Or like the Benchwarmers is like in a middle ground.
Oh, I gotta add that Benchwarmers. That was yeah.
because like Katie and I have watched that a couple of times as an adult, and while
More
there's
than once.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of you.
because both of us, it was a
No.
nostalgic
Oh,
movie
yeah.
for both of us. So, like, we'll still watch it, and like I said, I've been finding the good and stuff. There's still some pretty funny jokes in there. There's quite a bit of, but there's still like
Hey,
some
Richie's
things
got some gold.
like.
Specifically Howie.
Yeah. Fair.
That's another point of reference. Whenever Nick Swartzen's in anything, Katie and I just call it. Say it's Howie.
Yeah.
It's like when he showed up as Terry.
He's Terry
You
to
know?
me now,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry has become.
There's a movie that somebody talked about on a podcast that I was like, I thought I was the only one in the entire world who's watched this. I think when I had a friend in middle school who he was like a new kid, and he was like the only person I'd ever met who could talk about movies as much as I did,
Mm.
and his name was Liam, and he was super cool. And if you're out there listening, Liam,
He's definitely
I like you
listening.
a lot.
Oh, he's listening.
And then he went to a different high school, so I only knew him for like a year or two.
Oh, that's
But he like let me borrow some movies, like some
Nice.
DVDs. One of them was Predator 2.
dude. Predator 2.
Yeah.
It's because we watched his copy first.
Yeah.
So good, actually.
So
dude.
good.
Underrated.
Um,
One of the best sequels of all time.
I also watched Good Morning Vietnam that he let me borrow,
Whoa.
which I
Whoa.
was not old enough to understand. Like I don't remember anything about it.
Mm.
Like I don't remember anything. But the one that he let me borrow that I'm like nobody's ever seen this was a movie called Millennium, and Chris Christopherson.
Yeah. No. Wait.
Do you
hold on.
remember this?
No. Sorry. Keep talking.
Chris
That's the-
Christopherson, who is a singer turned actor, in it. He was also in Blade, for reference.
Okay.
But it's about like this plane gets hijacked by like time travelers. The people think it's aliens, and like all the people go missing on the plane.
Is it?
And
Chris
it
Carter?
turns out,
Did
what's
he
up?
do it?
What'd you
Chris
say?
Carter, did he do it? The X Files creator.
Yes, yes.
Because they tie it into the X Files. That's how I know what it is. It's
So
Millennium.
it
That's
feels like
funny.
an X Files episode. They think it's aliens. They take all the people off the plane and then put cadavers on there, so that like the plane will crash and it looks like a normal plane crash. And the reason time travelers are doing this is because in the future the human population is like almost extinct. So they have to go into the past and take people who are originally gonna die in disasters from the past and take them to the future.
That's crazy.
And I watched this when I was like in 8th grade, and I'm like not fully comprehending what's going on, and nobody else seems to know what this movie is. It felt strange.
The Millennium movie, Chris Carter wasn't a part of it, so that might just be separate. But sounds like X Files.
Oh, was it a TV show also?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he did the TV show version, or was it just a whole different show called Millennium?
He made a whole different show.
Oh, okay, so ignore what I said. Why was I talking about that? Oh, because it sticks in my memory from when I was a kid, because I didn't understand it, and it felt like, did I even watch that movie? Because nobody seems to know that it exists.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea what that movie is.
There's another, like, I remember watching, like, a TV Nick Kids movie, and there was a scary phone booth that, like, if it would ring and you'd pick it up, something bad would happen, and that's all I can remember. And I've tried Googling it, and I've never been able to find it.
Scary
And so
phone booth.
We need to find it.
I think
Was it an episode of something?
See,
Goosebumps, perhaps?
it could have been, but it's almost gotten to the point where I might have like not made up a memory, but like
But
conflated
Details
things.
haunted
are
booth.
Yeah.
now,
A haunted booth.
Is that a thing?
Luke
What's
just
that
find
from?
it. Luke just found it.
What
no,
year is that? I don't think
that's nothing, Luke.
I'm talking, Luke. I'm talking. This is like
Something.
it feels like a Nickelodeon show, almost like Nick at Night.
Was
or
it?
Like,
Was it? Are you afraid of the dark? Perhaps.
It could be. It's like that kind of
'Cause that
vibe,
sounds
right?
like it.
Where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
supposed to be
Are you
creepy,
afraid
but
of
for
the dark?
kids.
Goosebumps. Yeah.
But I don't.
Do you guys
I don't-
remember "Don't Look Under the Bed"? Is that what that was called?
Yep.
Do you-
It's
do you know
something
guys
like
I know
what
what you're
I'm
talking
about?
Vaguely, but you know, what I think happened is there's a nugget of truth in it, but I think my brain over 20 something years has like morphed it into something not quite recognizable, so I can't
Yeah.
find it anywhere. It could have not even been a phone booth. It could have just been a payphone, and so maybe that's where I'm getting confused, you know? Like I don't know.
Do you guys remember this? That made me think of this. It's I can't bring it up. Scary Godmother: The Revenge of Jimmy.
Oh my god, yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. The animation of that
Terrifying.
is
That's
so
why
terrifying.
it sticks in my head.
Does-
And they like
Are
walked
Luke and
into a
Kelly
house.
too young for this?
Yes.
Maybe Scary Godmother.
It's a Halloween special. I don't know where it aired. I think it's one of those things that was probably like a Canadian short
Cartoon
film
Network.
that-
Yeah, that
Yeah, that guy.
This woman.
yeah.
Okay.
I used to always remember seeing that around the same time they were saying like trick or treat for UNICEF. Do you remember that
Yeah,
Mark?
yeah. It was around that
Where
time.
like yeah, they were raising money for UNICEF. Yeah, things like that where you're like, wow. That
I need
really
to I
is a
need to
huge
add
part.
that bad boy on my list. I won't go through it RN because we should probably get back to the movie that we're supposed to
Oh,
be talking
probably,
about. But
Oh, I had something else to say about living in Oblivion. I'll bring it back. The scene when they're outside And what's Catherine Keener's character's name again?
I can't remember any.
Wait, Nicole, right?
Nicole.
But the character that she is playing is named Ellen.
Okay,
I
right.
think it's Nicole because they have the same name, right? I remember thinking that during the movie because his name is Nick. In the movie.
Yeah. So when they're outside and gonna go like walk back inside, they knock something over and they like catch it and they just like
falls on
leave it in
him.
the shot. And that's like one of those things where it's so much more endearing to me because it's like, why
Yeah.
not? It didn't ruin the shot. It's just part of it.
Leave it in, yeah.
Yeah. Their chauffeur.
Yeah, I
chauffeur
love
had
him. He's
a last name. I saw his name in the credits and it was something. It was like Jarmusch. And I was like, are you related to Jim Jarmusch, the filmmaker? So now I'm wondering if it's like a brother.
That's how you say that name?
Jim Jarmusch, yeah.
I did not. Jarmusch is how you say
He's
it.
the brother. He's the brother
That's how
of
I've heard it. It's his brother?
the brother of
never
Anne
knew
and
that's how you
Jim
pronounced it.
Jarmusch.
Oh, so that's perfect. Because I was
I mean, one
wondering,
movie.
because like Jim Jarmusch was probably doing independent films around the same time. So the director probably knows him. So that's kind of fun. I've never seen a Jim Jarmusch movie. I would like to.
I don't know who that is.
He
Yeah, you
did
do.
one recently called The Dead Don't Die a few years ago with the zombie movie.
He's done a lot more though.
There's a lot more famous ones that I cannot think of off the top of my head. Let's see. Only Lovers Left Alive. Oh, he was
Hell
in.
yeah.
He was in What We Do in the Shadows as himself.
Yeah, he was.
Which I thought was such a hilarious cameo, because like who would expect that one? That wasn't on anyone's bingo card.
The episode that we just watched, Scott Bakula was in it, and they kept
Oh
calling
my
him
God.
Count Bakula. Like
See,
he
that's
was
just
in
good
it
comedy.
over online just for like less than a minute at the beginning.
Jim Jarmusch movies that I think people have heard of: Coffee and Cigarettes. There's one called Year of the Horse, which sounds interesting. He did a movie called Dead Man.
Yeah. He
And-
did Night on Earth with Winona Ryder, right?
Oh. Yes.
I'm thinking
yes.
of the right guy. Okay.
Yes, you are. He also did it looks like he did a Neil Young music video. That's interesting. Talking Heads music video.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Down by Law I've heard of.
Oh, Stranger Than Paradise.
Oh, that was like early. Yeah, I didn't get down that far yet. Huh. Sorry, now we're just naming movies that I've
Did you
either-
guys see Iowa Debris' review of this movie?
I think I probably did. I don't remember what it is now though. What was it? What did it say?
Which we have yet to talk about. It was, I have questions about the white Flava Flav boom operator
Yes,
character.
I literally
So
said
many
that.
questions.
Keep burning the clock.
Les, the boom operator.
Was that when did Vanilla Ice? When was he big? Because this guy looks
No,
like him.
But this guy.
This guy is crazy.
What a crazy character, also.
That's
Like,
mm,
this movie, like, the characters that feel real, like
Yeah.
Nick and Nicole, and then there's Wolf and Les.
and then
Yeah.
there's everybody
But honestly,
else. Yeah.
those are real people also. Like, I know those people.
You know, yeah, Nick, Nicole, and Peter Dinklage are like the three characters that feel like real people to me. What was his name again? It was Tito.
Tito.
Yeah, Tito. Tito was a
Um,
very real character.
Wanda felt real to me.
Very
Her
real.
frustration. And also, I need her shirt.
That was a good
need her
shirt.
shirt. That was a good ass shirt.
Another part that I laughed at was when they're like, Tito, can you laugh? And he's like, yeah. And then he does
He
it.
didn't at all.
And he doesn't do anything. And he's like, I thought you were gonna laugh. He's like, I laughed. Like your mouth was closed the whole time.
I love the scene of him pacing back and forth, smoking a cigarette, practicing fake laughs. Because I
Somebody-
feel like that.
Somebody on Letterboxd said, "Tag yourself. I'm Tito," when he was doing that. Yeah, that's so good. Who would I be in this?
I
No.
feel the most spiritually connected to Wolf.
I think so. I think I'm the guy pulling focus, who has one job to do and still messes it up and is like, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
I haven't.
Isn't he wearing?
Sorry,
yeah.
no. Go ahead.
It's
Go
even
ahead.
No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, mine is unrelated to the movie. I went down a rabbit hole, so go.
Again?
Yeah. That's a go.
He's wearing like a Jimi Hendrix shirt. Is all I was gonna say.
Oh,
So
yes, he
is that why
was.
you feel connected?
Probably.
Ah.
I love '90s style,
90s style is good.
and like Steve Buscemi's jacket in this.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
And the clock around the neck.
It's so crazy. Also, his tank top is crazy.
The cropped, like, only down
But
to
it's
here.
also like so thin.
So
like,
thin.
It's
You
wild.
might as well just not wear a shirt.
It's awesome. Bring those back. Movies
Right?
have been downhill ever since men stopped wearing the tiniest short shorts and tiniest tank tops known to man. Like that one guy in Sleepaway Camp, he knew what was
Oh,
up.
he knew the assignment.
He knew what was up.
I think, do you remember the days when football players would wear those crop tops that, like, expose their
Yes.
whole dress?
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
go
Where
back
did
to
they
that.
go?
Where did
Think
that
it went
go?
down to Here, yes.
Yeah. And, like, imagine Apollo Creed and Rocky 3 running on the beach.
Yes.
Oh yes.
That's where we peaked in male fashion,
Yep.
in male fitness fashion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's good stuff.
Not Rocky, specifically Apollo Creed.
Rocco and Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky. Yes.
And that scene where they're flexing really hard and going like, oh wait, no, that's
well,
Predator.
everything.
That's
That's Predator.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
everything
that's
about Rocky 3 though is exactly what we need it to be. We
Oh,
need more Rocky
absolutely.
3s.
Did you guys know? I learned that Rocky was only made for $1 million.
It checks.
I knew it was like an independent
crazy.
movie, but I was like, that's
How
so
much was
cheap.
this?
It's
movie
crazy
made
when
for?
talking about movies. Only $1 million.
My brain is so pickled from like viewing things in that term. If I saw $1 million in person, I would
I
pass
know.
out. Yeah.
It's just crazy how expensive.
I know. Well, the
or
crazy thing is,
just how much money.
you're like, it's only $1 million, and they made 220 times their budget. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's crazy,
Yeah.
man. What?
I'm checking this movie's budget right now.
This movie, Living in Oblivion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guess.
it was.
There's
Guess.
even data on Crime Wave's
No,
budget.
Ooh, I'll check after this.
No way.
Matt, give it a guess.
Budget 95. I'm gonna say like 750K.
Okay, Kelly, what do you think?
This movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works.
Okay.
100.
Valid
Um,
answer.
Luke,
I think you win with that answer.
100?
100.
Wait, Matt, what
100
did you
what?
say?
Yeah.
750,000.
750,000. Luke, you're saying 100,000?
100.
When he's saying $100.
Oh, it's Price is Right rules because you don't want to go over, or else you lose.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna say 900K.
900K.
Nice. What is it?
Okay, Luke wins because you both went over.
Dang it.
400.
I don't know how this works.
400.
It was $500,000.
Really?
Yeah.
That just goes to show you can make a good movie with like
Yeah.
way less than they're shelling out nowadays, right?
What's the most expensive movie ever made? Avatar 2?
Probably.
Is it Avatar? Well,
Crime
uh,
Wave
there
only
was-
has 750 ratings, so we'll see if they have budget info.
No, there's no way. And even if it did say anything, there's no way it's accurate.
No, they don't have any. I'll hold on. Let me do some research.
Yeah, life goal to track down John Pays and interview, not even
I
interview
just
him.
want to talk. I just want to
Just
hug
talk.
him.
Well, it's like not interview for a purpose. To be like, can
No.
I take you to like dinner at a
You
diner?
want to get coffee? Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. I want
Goal
to
is
pick your
to
brain.
ask him on a date.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not showing the right one.
Yeah, it's gonna
Of
show
course
the
not,
Sam
yeah.
Raimi one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're not showing it. No, that's sad. Yep,
I
nothing.
miss-
It says the IMDb pops up for Crime Wave for this one, and then it says missing budget.
Question
So
mark?
like it's like the show results with budget, and then it removes it, and it only shows the Sam Raimi one.
I firmly believe the budget of Crime Wave was sub $100,000
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
I don't
And
have.
see, and they
yes,
made the
that's a good
best movie ever made.
They did. Shout out to, independent filmmakers who can make a film like that. The ones who aren't the like annoying pretentious kind.
Well,
Well, they're all not all. There's always a
Coming from
little bit.
us,
I know. I say that in a
You know.
self-loathing way because I'm a little bit of that guy. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot of it.
it's just
Um,
unfortunate. As we're self-aware,
I realize the way
and
I
we like
am.
what we
Yeah.
like,
Correct.
and we're not
I'm-
proud of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to be less annoying about the way that I express my enjoyment of these movies.
Oh, that's so sad.
Don't trust me, it's a good thing.
Nat, be who you are.
Be who you are.
be the film bro.
Be the film bro you'd want.
Be the film
no,
bro.
no, just don't.
I
Try
don't
to
wanna be-
reclaim that.
I don't want to be a film bro. I don't think I
Still
can legally
reject that phrase.
call myself that with how many new movies that we haven't seen recently. Like
legally.
legally can't call yourself a film bro if you've seen like 3 movies this year.
Hey, back in 2018 or 2017, Movie Pass, which was
Oh,
brought up
yeah.
today.
I read
It's
that
so
article and I
funny.
was like, yeah, no duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember for years since the beginning, you guys were like, "Yeah, it's a scam."
We're like, I don't know how this is allowed. But I was like, it's pretty clear it's not a scam on us.
Yeah.
It
Right,
seems
right.
like a scam on the
But
business.
still.
As long as you're gonna let me keep doing it. I'm
Well,
good.
and then the thing came out where they're like selling our information. We're like, but we can still see movies.
You're like, that's an equal trade-off.
what is it, you know?
Yeah, you're like, I don't even.
I was worried to sign up for the first time because I was like, "There's
Right.
no way." And then we did it, and it took like 4 months for us to get our pass because they're so logged to where nobody could get their pass, and it wasn't an app and a tap back then, so you had to get a card.
No. Yep.
Yep, that
felt
whole
too
thing.
good to be true because it was.
It
because
was.
There's no way you can run a business like that.
And then the app crashed because so many people used it, which is a normal thing to happen when things, when too many people use it, and then they just went out of business with the crash.
You know what? This is how they're saving the film industry.
I think they
The only way to
crashed
get
it.
People, yeah.
I think they crashed the app. That was the whole thing. Was like, oh, the app crashed and then it never came back. It's because they crashed it because they were losing too much money that day because of Fallout. So
Yeah,
was
they
all-
spiked it, right? Yeah.
yeah, and then what a mess.
I remember that. I don't know if I've ever seen a theater as packed as it was for Fallout.
When we went to go see
because of
Fallout,
that,
yep.
where it was like you had to get there early. It's not like that anymore.
No,
Like,
you
can
had to
just kinda-
because you had to be at the theater to click on the thing to get
Correct,
the
you couldn't
ticket.
buy early.
So we were
yeah.
all early. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay,
What a
sorry.
weird
We-
time,
We
yeah.
should finish up wrapping up talking about living
Sorry.
in Oblivion. Anything else?
I missed Wanda's dream sequence 1 bangs.
Oh yes. Why did she have bangs in one and not the other?
Because she got a haircut in between.
In
but
between.
It was a dream, so it's okay. But
Very-
I missed her hair in the first part.
I think Nick should analyze himself and be like, why did I give her bangs when she doesn't have bangs? What
Why
are the
did I give her
implications of this? Yeah. What does that mean?
So his dream. This is interesting, actually. No,
Mm.
it does say something about who they are because in Nick's dream, real life was black and white, but the film was color.
It's in
But in
color.
Nicole's dream, real life was in color, but the film was black and white. It does say something.
That does.
And
That
and
is
the,
so
what we're assuming is the actual real life. They're filming a dream sequence.
Yeah.
But it's both
I'm
in color because
assuming.
it's assumingly real life.
This is a good movie.
Good, thank you.
This
I'm
is a
glad
really
you
good
guys
movie.
like
Yes,
it.
this is a good
I
pick,
enjoyed it a
Kelly.
lot.
Thank you.
When I hear Steve Buscemi, Dermot Mulroney, I was like, okay, whatever it is, I'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't prepared for how.
I don't
much
even
was
think I knew it
Oh,
was Steve
we didn't
Buscemi for
even-
this until it started because I didn't look it up.
I did tell you.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't
I
think
don't
it was
remember
either.
that, but I think it was on the poster or something right before we started it.
Yeah,
We didn't
yeah.
even talk about the critique on how little people are used in
Oh
film,
yes.
which is
So that's-
really important and
Yeah,
really good.
And the one part of the movie that's supposed to be real life is when Peter's in it. Like that.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
part
it's
in the
not
movie.
the dream. Yeah.
I love that because you're right about it that being like very specifically seemingly a Twin Peaks reference because
Mm-hmm.
you're right. It's like, well, why does it have to be a dream
It's a
sequence?
dream. Yeah.
Why? And I guess it does go to show how we have come quite a way since then, right? Like, I feel like in the 90s that was the case, which is why they're making
Yeah.
a critique of it. And now
Uh,
it's like It's
I like-
better.
I like that he has his blow up and walks off, and then Nick is just like, no, he's right.
Yep.
Well, that's what I love too, because like you could see a movie that was like less tasteful, being like, oh, isn't that crazy? Isn't he being dramatic? And then he's like, no, he's
No,
right.
he's right.
Like he called me out on that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the
Let's
person?
rethink your inherent biases.
Right. Could you imagine being the person to cast Peter Dinklage in his first big movie role, and then later on seeing him like completely explode with Game of Thrones and onward, be like, wow, we really
Yeah.
saw the talent early, didn't we?
But you can see it in this movie, like you were talking
100%.
about before. You're like, no, that guy's gonna be a star.
This isn't just a throwaway part. Like he's
Yeah.
making like this feels like a real person.
He
This
feels
doesn't feel like
comfortable,
stage
exactly.
decoration. Yeah, right.
In such an absurd movie too.
Like knowing him too, because he did his part in Elf almost has like a similar thing, but a little less nice, like
Yeah.
where it's like
Elf is less
it's more a
Much
lot
less
less
Yes,
tasteful.
yes.
But it's another part where you're like, I could see why Peter Dinklage chose to do it. I feel like it's like saying something important about representation, right?
One more than the other, I would say.
One a lot more than the other. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just equating his movie roles now. Didn't he do a movie? He did a movie about the making of My Dinner with Andre, I think recently.
Oh.
It's called My Dinner with Hervé, because Hervé, I believe, is the guy who played Tattoo in Fantasy Island, and Luke, the man with the golden gun. What
Yeah.
was him? He
Knick-knack?
plays Tattoo. Knick-knack, thank you. So I'm curious about that. Anyway, that's just to say Peter Dinklage takes on some very interesting roles. He plays Chevalier in a
Yeah.
in a take on Chevalier, yeah. So I never saw it, but it seemed interesting.
Wait. Sorry. My brain was in another place.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Um,
anyone else have anything about living
I
in
think-
Oblivion?
I think we pretty much covered all I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, me too. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good
Much more like I was surprised by how much I liked it. Not when I started it. Like once we started, I was into it. But whenever you say these movies that I have never heard of, it's always a toss up.
Heard of any of the movies I've picked?
Interview with the Vampire, was that yours?
That was
That
not
was me.
me.
Challengers. That was me.
Challenger.
That was
is
you.
you.
I did tell you to pick.
What were
Behind
the
the
last
Mask?
you
ones?
asked. You asked.
Behind the Mask, I had not heard of.
But I'm a cheerleader.
I'd seen images from it, but I had not heard of the name. I don't think.
And Reefer Madness.
No.
Okay.
So,
Well,
Kelly, what's so
Butcher
funny
Baker,
is
Nightmare Maker. I have not.
Butcher
Oh, yeah,
Baker.
there's
No.
It's so funny, Kelly, because I had heard of the original Reaper Madness, and yet, but the one you picked was the one I hadn't heard of. I was like,
Hell
right, yeah.
It was optional to watch the original, and I'm
feel-
glad I did.
I feel more rounded for it.
Yeah.
All right.
What was it? Fostering. It was a phrase from the original where it was like fostering moral delinquency.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
The thing I kept getting stuck on was them calling it a scourge upon the country.
I'm gonna share my screen for this tier list. One second. I'm trying to fill the space while I try to get it ready.
I know.
So I'm trying to speak. Can you guys see that?
That was worse.
That's fair.
When we're just waffling.
Okay, yes, we can see it, or I can see it.
Okay. Wait, can you still see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, who goes first?
Kelly?
Well, no, our order is. I can't go first. Top. The top.
The top. All right, Luke. There was an order. Now I remember. Luke's the most susceptible.
I'll put this in top.
He
And
sits right after us.
Was it? I'm the second most susceptible. That's what it was supposed to be.
No, it will actually, yeah. You're second.
Who is the most susceptible?
I would put it in the top as well. Actually, I'd put it.
Wow.
Yep.
I was gonna say mostly Ghostly, but you guys have convinced me. It goes in the top. See, now I get to be the one susceptible to change.
Yep.
Yeah, that was literally definition.
How do you guys feel about nerds clusters?
Either way,
They're
it would
very
have
good.
gone because it would be.
Nerd clusters are so good.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. The pick for next week. You guys have to. Oh, let me stop sharing
Oh,
my
we
screen.
have to guess. You have yours already.
Yeah. It's not.
Wait,
Zipper,
wait.
no.
Wait, is it perhaps on our list of movies to watch for Halloween?
No.
Okay, I thought you were gonna pick Beetlejuice.
Is it something that have you guys seen Beetlejuice? Because I haven't.
I haven't,
Once. I've seen
but I
Okay.
really want to, and I've been picking it every time.
I've seen
Speaking
bits.
of which, we need to choose between Beetlejuice or Prom Night for number 10.
Beetlejuice. is mine.
Beetlejuice.
Mine
I
was
ju-
prom night because my thought
It's-
was we could just watch Beetlejuice anyway. But if I don't have
True.
like if it's not on the list, who knows if I'll watch prom night? But I want
know
it to
what's
be on the
funny?
list.
I watched Katie and I have seen Prom Night, the remake from the 2000s, but not the
Interesting.
original. It's a completely different take on it.
I just want to watch Hello, Mary Lou because that's the one that people like.
I can't.
People don't like
believe that
prom
this-
night.
I
People
guess
don't like the second
well,
one?
people talk about the second one. more. Or maybe that's just James and Chelsea.
maybe.
Maybe it's just them.
I think I was voting for both of them for a while, and then I changed to just the prom night one for this last one. For prom night one, yeah.
All the choices are good picks. The only one I feel like I was like really like, what is that movie? Well, one I had to look up The Love Witch, which still
was
very
not good.
intrigued about.
Yeah.
I didn't know what Ghost Watch
Was it
was.
Ghost Watch? I knew it
Yeah.
was Ghost Watch,
And
but
I
I
was
knew
like,
Luke
I'm
would
most
pick it.
That's the one I'm
It's
most
like Late
excited
Night with
for.
I knew it.
Yeah. Okay, Mark, your movie that you're picking, is it
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah.
your list of like nostalgia grew up with movies? Or could it be?
It's
Have
this one. It
Not
could
quite.
be, but not quite.
we've
Like we didn't watch.
seen it.
We've all seen it. Yes,
Okay.
it's a rewatch.
Do I like it?
I hope so.
Is
Okay.
it more
What
geared
year?
towards family
Yes.
friendly? Yeah.
Okay, so along Inspector Gadget lines of your picks.
closer to
more
that than
so.
some others.
Then
Yeah.
Fast X.
Yes.
Wait, is it animated?
Yes.
Parts.
What year?
Okay.
Everyone's hero. Everybody's hero.
Ah.
Which one is it?
I almost picked that.
Are you
Oh my
serious?
God.
Are
Okay.
you serious?
I in my head I have the thing, but everyone's hero popped in my head, and I was like, I should pick everyone's hero. And then I didn't, and then I didn't because
That's so crazy.
I'm choosing this
though.
one for a reason.
Okay.
I don't
Uh,
know what
is it
year.
because
I think
it's
if I tell you the
near-
year, it'll be too easy.
Monster House?
No, but that's
Yeah,
a
that's
very
what I
good
was
guess.
gonna
That's a
guess.
very
I
good
was
Yeah.
thinking
guess.
because we're nearing October. Is
No,
it?
it's
okay.
not. It's not.
Animation style?
It's not like Halloween-esque at all.
But you're picking it for a reason.
Yeah, I want
the
to.
Robinsons.
I want to watch this one with
Ooh.
Luke, and I've been wanting him to watch this.
Luke,
So
have you never
Luke, what's
seen
your
it?
guess?
You've seen
But-
it. Luke's seen it,
Oh,
but I've been
but not in
trying
a
to.
while.
I've been, and I
It's
don't know if I've
animated.
mentioned it to
Shrek
him.
2. Shrek 2.
It is Shrek 2.
Yes.
Good pick.
Oh,
Good pick.
Yes,
Good pick.
I've
pick.
so because stuff's been going kind of blah all over the place. I've just been wanting to watch something that's like familiar,
Thought I
but like
wouldn't like.
I thought you liked Shrek 2. I didn't know
weren't
how you felt
sure.
about Shrek 2, like how much you've seen it. So I didn't know if you had a strong
I've
opinion.
definitely
either way.
seen Shrek 1 more,
Okay.
but I love Shrek 2.
Okay.
Hot take. I think Shrek 2 is better than the first
That's
one.
a
That's
lot of
I
people
feel like a
feel
lot
that
of
way.
people.
Okay, that's not a
And
hot take,
this
yeah.
is the 10-year anniversary or 20-year anniversary was this
20,
year.
yeah.
20-year anniversary.
Is it playing in theaters?
It was earlier this year, and it's not anymore
Oh,
because it was back in May.
damn.
But I wanted to see it then, didn't get to see it, and then I've been telling Luke like, oh, we should watch that, but it's not even on Luke's in my list of like things to watch before we move out. So I was like, if I pick it for the podcast, we have to watch it together. So we that's why, even though everyone's hero did pop in my head,
This
and I
is a
did think about
good-
doing it. So.
That's crazy though that I guessed that.
Yeah, that was
That is
'Cause
great.
that's such a random poll.
Right?
the baseball could talk, or the baseball bat.
The
could talk.
baseball.
Yeah.
The baseball movie.
Baseball and baseball bat.
Yep. That's a
Was
good
that-
movie.
That. Well, I don't remember a lot from that movie. What was the bat like a special? Is it like
It
Babe
was
Ruth's
Babe
bat?
Ruth's. It was
Yeah,
Babe
okay,
Ruth's.
that's what I
They were
thought.
trying
Yeah,
to
that's what I
return it
thought.
to him, I believe. But there was a
Did
angry
they know
man.
that he was no longer alive?
well, it's set in 1930.
Yeah, yeah, it's back.
What?
And
It's
I
a,
did- I
it's a
did
period
remember
piece,
that.
Matt.
Wait, Wait, Luke, what are those baseball books?
Honda sent
By,
me.
Oh, and me.
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
the-
but what are they? The and me, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Satchel and
Satchel
me.
me, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Shoeless Joe, I get to sign that one.
yeah.
Shoeless Joe and you know.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you.
And
I've
you.
been since we played Shrek 2 the game. I've been wanting to show Luke this. So, but it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
also like there's so many other movies that it's hard. And especially since October's coming up and we're going to watch these movies, I was like I'm going to pick that because we're not going to watch it. When Luke and I have time, we're going to watch Halloween movies, and Fear Fest is going to start in the beginning of October, so
Oh my God,
yeah.
Fear
Grammars,
Fest.
baby,
Yes.
grammars.
so we're going to have to YouTube TV $25 from at least the three of us. Kelly, you get YouTube.
Yeah.
You get cable for free there, so you don't need to worry about that.
Hee
Unless you want to use YouTube TV to record things.
Then you can also do
But-
that.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
YouTube TV has so many more options than you would expect for movies.
I always
weird,
really
obscure
like when
ones.
we have it. It's just not worth it for like a month to month thing, but I always really like the month that we have it.
I personally couldn't afford to chip in every month
Yeah.
for it, but for 1 month,
Yeah,
We
that's
can do
why. Yeah,
Yeah.
$75 a month is
that's
insane.
a lot,
so-
man.
Holy shit.
No, but that's like the
Yeah. You're
normal.
joking.
No, that's like
That-
the cheap.
That's
That's
much
the
cheaper
cheaper
and less than
cable.
cable.
Yes.
Depends on the cable you have, probably.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Or mom and
Kelly,
dad are still
it's
paying
because-
for cable and they don't use it.
Why are they still paying for it?
Well, they've
So
debated not, but then
Oh.
I come home and sometimes put on sport.
I think when you're just used to it, it's in your budget. Like, there's some stuff I like kind of use, but it's in my budget now of how much I spend a month. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I appreciate they have it, but I want them to know if they ever feel like canceling, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be upset. I totally get it.
I allow it.
Allow it.
I can watch my sport.
It's the
another way.
same thing with like the Duolingo.
Okay, I'm stopping the
like,
recording.
Max.
I'm stopping the recording. Okay.
I had something
Bye.
else to say.
Oh wait, say I didn't stop it yet.
Chad Palomino's jacket is too big for him.
It's too big. He's swimming in that thing.
Oh, that was my also favorite part. Oh, Nicole, how did you get
How'd you
here?
get here?
Oh, that was good. I can't believe we almost missed that.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.